Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeons and Dragons. I guess we've properly titled this group campaign whatever, Grave of Man, and I think we're going to be sticking with it. So, we'll be getting into the campaign in a moment. I just got a couple of things I got to get through just so everybody's kind of on the same page. I put this at the end of the video, but there's a high chance most people won't see it. Anyway, so we got a couple of things. We have a new subreddit and a new Discord, and there are links to both below. The subreddit is reddit.com/r/grave of man, pretty easy to remember, and the Discord is a completely nonsensical link, so you guys are gonna have to find it in the description. And that's open to everybody as long as it doesn't become a serious problem, and should be a great place for people to hang out and discuss the campaign and actually give suggestions. So fairly soon, Bird, Keith, and Shell are going to be coming across some actual merchants that aren't just totally insane and run away at the first sight of them. And they're going to need to be able to buy stuff. Now, obviously, they're going to be stocked with some of the more generic things, but I'm willing to open up the campaign a little bit to audience-submitted items. So if you guys have any, like, kind of fun, jokey items or, like, interesting things that you'd like to see in the campaign, throw them on the subreddit. I've got a thread for each, or a thread specifically for it. Throw them there, because I've already got an item that shows up later on in this episode called the Bag of Goop that I thought was a great idea, and I've already handed off to them, and I'd love to see more things like that. And I'm also willing to accept name submissions, especially if you guys like shout us out on Twitter or any other place, you know, just kind of signal boost this. If you guys are promoting this this campaign, then I'd be glad to show you guys some love and have you featured as an NPC at some point during the campaign, because I think that would be a fun way of giving back to you guys. And I guess the last thing is we have been putting these up on SoundCloud, still working on the iTunes and the Google Play thing. So if you guys want to listen to this instead of watch it, there will be a link in the description below to the audio version, and you should be able to find it there in the future. Anyway, with that, thanks for watching, and enjoy. Okay, so on the last episode, the very first session, I surprised the hell out of you guys with the D&D campaign, and then you guys woke up, came to in the middle of a lake, fought a bunch of dead dudes, fought some more lots of fighting dead dudes. Effectively, you found nothing about the situation apart from one dead dude that had a journal that you can't get in, and a mysterious wizard that was hiding under an illusion. Apart from that, you scared the guts out of a undead shopkeeper, and have now shanghaied a goblin kobold as your new fourth companion.
After slaying
killing literally all of his friends. And now you're in the Mariners Guilds, in what looks to be a giant dining hall, now that you actually have, you know, time to look around. There's broken tables and chairs everywhere. The goblins seem to be, or they seem to have been, like, rifling through the area, but all the food is well past the rotten point, and it's now straight onto putrid, and there's not much of interest in the room you're in at the very least. So you've just shanghaied this goblin, and that was where we left off.
All right.
And I have 2 hit points.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we didn't heal you?
We must heal.
I had 0, and then you healed me.
Yeah, if
He is withered. If we chop off tail, it will regrow.
Okay, so we can heal him with one of our potions, or I have cure
Or we
wounds.
wait for nature to do work.
The other thing you could do is, this is a mechanic from 5th edition. If you take a short rest, you can roll 1 hit die per level that you have, so just 1, and regain that amount. It'll cost you 1 ration each to rest, though, and you get spells back for that.
I have a couple rations.
Yeah, keep track of those. Keep track of rations and gold, because I'm not going to do that for you.
Okay.
Now seems good time for rest, yes?
Indeed.
We are safe, we have dead body, we can go look in kitchen and see if there's food, yes? I go.
Okay. So the kitchen, that's kind of the, like, food delivery area / bar. the kitchen's on the other side. Okay. So the food that you find in the kitchen is beyond disgusting. The barrel of fish you found, that was fresher than this. This has been dunked underwater, had undead people nearby, and it's just kind of been open to the elements. It looked like somebody was in the midst of cooking whenever everything went down, and you get the feeling that trying to eat any of this food would probably be extremely unwise.
Okay. The
question is, how do I get Bird to eat it?
You play trick on
There is,
Bird. Big mistake is last trick you play.
Who's Bird? You're
You're
Greg.
talking in first person.
Greg.
That's the wrong voice.
He's already hit the convergence.
We are trying to roleplay, and you are making it fun. I do not understand. We have Wander who is like, everybody should roleplay more, so I do roleplay, and then everybody is going to get on my case. Fine, I understand.
That was terrible. I was gonna try to heal Keith, but
Okay.
I rolled a 1. Wait, does that mean I just...
You feel for one, it happened.
Well,
Cure
Keith,
wounds,
you
you
feel a
failed me.
little bit better. Just a little bit. It's, I mean, it helps. You're not bleeding as much.
You want to give you bear massage? I crack my knuckles.
This is concerning.
Okay, so are you guys gonna rest? Because you can roll to heal.
We need to rest. We
Okay.
absolutely need
I'll
to
rest,
rest.
but
Okay.
I don't believe I need to heal. Was I at 8 hit points, or...
You were down
Oh,
a
no.
couple. Please.
Robots are here.
Yeah, they sound terrible.
You have crackles and snapple like your little elves.
Uh-oh. Is that us?
Taking my joke from yesterday.
Yes, but I say in funny accent.
you always give me shit for stealing jokes. You're literally stealing my
know.
joke, but I say in funny voice.
How does it feel to be bitch?
Is it?
Wow,
it still
that's like
bad?
3 layers of funny. Yeah, you
That's-
sound great, man.
We're
shit.
Now we're fine.
revolving our meta jokes, apparently.
Okay, you just say
Jeez.
we sound like robot, and I'm like, oh no.
No, yeah,
Are we gonna
no,
have
you
more
sound-
technical? Okay.
You sound fine.
Okay. You
Okay.
don't need to talk to me in first. I'm not there,
I
Bird.
don't think he's gonna use other voices at all, ever.
I don't think so either.
We're never
I'm a
gonna
little
hear him
worried about
talk
that, but
tonight.
okay. All right,
He's just
so
gonna be talking at the wall whenever he needs to
you
speak
guys-
to the GM.
you guys take a short rest. Roll hit dice to get back. You also get all of your spell slots.
So that would be just like one die?
That's
Back
one
from
D20.
long rest.
No, so Bird, if you're looking at your character sheet, do you see the little section that says hit dice with a little die symbol, and it will say like sorcerer, wizard, bard, cleric, druid, whatever, fighter, paladin, ranger? Just set one under the third entry and then hit use, and then it'll get you your HP back. Otherwise, just roll a die 10, and then you'll
way
get your
too
HP back.
fast.
Okay.
Which tab I look for die?
Hit dice on
Hit
core
dice.
stats.
I see, and I put 1
Yeah.
for
For
paladin,
Yay!
and I hit the use,
I did very
and I
well.
get 12. You rolled wrong die, Shell.
what the fuck?
It was fine.
What is
You
that?
rolled
even
1d8.
Yes, but
Yeah,
I rolled
yeah.
a 8.
Oh yes, okay,
She's a
never
bard.
mind.
She's a bard. I have no
little-
idea how this
the
works.
little
Okay,
music.
Shell, you're back up to full health, and you're probably going to want to use the hit die roller thing, because holy shit, this math, I don't understand what it is, but alright.
Did you just get a perfect roll?
So here's the thing.
I did.
Wait.
Scroll over your HP regain number. I have no idea how that... I don't understand.
Wow, that is
Wait, you
really,
mean I should have done
really
this?
weird.
Wait,
No,
how did
no, you're
Bird
fine, Shell.
roll
I was fine. I
D10
liked
to
my
get a
8.
12?
So I think there's
Because
a
it's
bonus.
1d10 plus floor of 17 minus 10 over divided 2 is equal to 9 plus floor of 17 minus 10 over 2.
Yeah, I don't know what that math is, but both of you have it. I'm just gonna follow it until it spits out something even worse. Okay, you get a constitution bonus on your heal. That's I see. That's just showing your con bonus, but it's fucked up. So Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, Bird rolled a 9, and Keith, you rolled a 4, but you have a much higher constitution.
And I rolled an 8. That was my first roll. I just wanted to try out your thing.
Okay, well, anyway, so you guys, I think all of you go back up to full health, which is good. Oh, no?
was
You were
in
10
horrible
HP?
pain.
Oh, right. You're at 10 out of 13. That's not bad. There's a bit of a cooldown on when you can rest again, I think. And mainly, you just don't want to eat anymore, so... you are free to do whatever. And Skitter just kind of hangs out. He doesn't really know where he fits with the party, so he's just kind of like sitting on a intact chair, kind of away from the bodies. He's piled them up and kind of put like a tapestry over them in kind of some sad way of burying his comrades.
I go up to Skitter and place hand on shoulder, and I say,
Wait, are you controlling Shell's character?
No,
or?
I just moved.
Oh, okay.
That was just coincidence.
Yeah, it was just a weird coincidence. I was like, do I need to do things? Okay.
no.
He looks...
I say
ghost.
they were weak.
What?
They
And then
were
walk
weak.
away.
He doesn't really know how to respond to that. He just kind of nods.
I say they were weak, but you were not.
You were
And
also
then
weak.
walk away. You were less weak.
You were last.
Okay.
Better to be lucky than strong.
Okay. Well, I'll say his name was Skitter, right?
Yeah. Skitter Steve.
His name's whatever you want it to be.
Stev. Though, with a high enough intimidate check, you could get him to be whatever you wanted
Roll
name-wise.
to rename Skitter.
He's a kobold now because Bird rolled high enough, so...
We already rolled to respec his race.
All right. Well, I will invite him to accompany me upstairs to investigate the other rooms of this guild hall. Maybe he'll be able to see something that I cannot.
Okay, I mean, we've already been up there.
Well, then what did you find up there?
It's bad.
Bad?
It's easier if I show you.
Okay.
All right?
Then lead the
And-
way.
Have you guys been upstairs in the building yet? No, you haven't.
No, we haven't.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why that was the first thing I wanted to be line
Okay,
for.
let me start dragging the character icons out. You guys are gonna have to tell me. So who's going first, by the way? Shell, I assume.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so Shell, you go first.
I can't see anything.
Let me reveal areas. Not quite used to some of these things yet. Okay, can you see yourself now?
Oh wow, okay. It's very small on the screen. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to
can you-
move over.
Can
There
you
we go.
control yourself? Okay, who's in the back?
I'm behind Skitter.
I'll be in the back.
Okay, so it goes Shell, Skitter, Bird, and then Keith. Okay, so you guys go up the stairs and it's almost immediately just a door. There's not much here.
Okay, a door. Interesting. May I
Shall we knock?
proceed?
Is it though?
Yeah.
I go
Okay.
and I knock, and also we have
Okay.
no control over token.
Okay, so Bird just kind of like crams himself in here. You are mushed up against the wall and he's knocking politely on the door. And there is no response. Skitter's like, there's no one there. We checked.
Why is it bad if no one there? I gesture and accidentally shove
Perhaps
Shell into
it
the
is-
wall.
There's a
What?
lot of dead people.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Better did than wait for it. I think it come to me later. I open the door.
Okay, so
We're not talking dead though, are we?
you
We're
find
talking about
yourself in
not
a
dead.
in a room. So not pictured here are countless like maps of like different places of the world.
Ooh.
They're all quite ruined looking. The water has
Aw.
not been kind. It looks like there's been a fair amount of like water through here specifically. But so this looks to have been a planning room maybe once upon a time. mariners probably met here and like kind of planned out journeys or maybe large operations. You're not really sure. I'm not really sure. I don't know what mariners do. I'm making it up. You are peering into this room. It's not lit well, but it's lit about as well as everywhere else. There's like windows on the side and it's kind of murky. You do see a chest just sitting there.
I see it. Okay.
Let me figure out what building are we in.
Can we move our characters now?
There we go. Yeah. Oh, can you not?
No.
Okay, give me a second. Gotta do this again. Okay, Bird, you can move. Keith, you can move. Shell, you can't move until Bird moves.
Okay, well, he just moved.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought I tied these to your
to our accounts?
Yeah, your accounts, but it looks like I will still have to give you control every single time. Oh well, not a big deal. Whee! Okay, so you step out into the room. Shell can finally breathe again. And oh yeah, and of course there is a door on your left. That's what that like little protrusion.
The breathing got better in the corpse room.
Well,
because Bird was literally standing.
There are two corpses just kind of piled in a corner. They look to be long dead and mostly gone by this point. There's a lot of bone, not a whole lot of anything else left.
He lied to us.
Sorry, forgot to describe them. It's not my notebook.
All right.
No,
well, I want
lied to us.
Oh.
About it being. Well, I mean, it's very unsightly. I could see why you would think this a terrible situation. I mean, what occurred here? I want to inspect the table. Okay,
so the table it's really nice. Like, this table is actually built, surprisingly, to withstand water damage, and so are the chairs. So it actually looks really nice. If you wanted to have, like, a nice meeting, this probably would be the table you want. Unfortunately, it would take an ungodly amount of effort to get it out of here. But it was probably made out of some, highly expensive wood, maybe mahogany. And it's got like nice nautical carvings around the outside, and it's got this like kind of divot in the center, so say somebody could stand and kind of be the center of attention. And then it's surrounded by a bunch of chairs that
is there anything on it?
There's nothing specifically on it. You guess, I'm not even gonna have you roll for investigation, really. You guess most of the charts and whatever that's kind of scattered around like the corners of the room probably had once been on this table, or like maybe on the broken shelves that aren't pictured here either. But nothing specifically.
I go up and look at the leg of the table, and I inspect.
Okay, there's a bunch of legs of the table, and they're sturdy.
Oh no!
Okay, make a strength. Make a strength check.
I do. Give second. I press button.
Okay, this table does not care for your shenanigans and doesn't even seem to budge. It's a beefy table.
I give up on effort.
Okay.
I wouldn't waste my bardic inspiration on this. Pulling a sparkly gem from a throng of vines, yes, that is quite the pursuit. Breaking a work of art, nay, that cannot be condoned.
I needed something to chew on. My jaw it's very tough right now. Where's Skitter?
Skitter, who's just been kind of lurking outside, is like, here.
I don't want you to leave sight. You are
okay.
You are good. I pat his head a little rough.
He is really confused and mostly just terrified.
Oh, you see, I thought that he implied that he was going to chew on him. That'd be no good.
I mean, he heard the chewing comment. He probably put two and two together.
You are not chew toy. Are you?
That's good.
Let's look at the chest.
Okay, so the chest it's stuck. It's like stuck shut. The wood's all warped, and like you try and like give it a push, and it doesn't go. And Skitter speaks up. Yeah, we tried to get in there, but we just couldn't do it. And he like rubs his scrawny little stick arms.
Skitter, you rogue, yes?
Yeah.
So what rogue do?
I mean,
like,
it's
gesture
not
over the
locked.
chest.
It's not locked. You can just open it, maybe.
Oh, so
I
just
can't. I tried.
a matter of strength?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really that strong.
It's okay. You become strong if you stick with me.
I'm gonna try to open it.
Okay, roll a strength check.
That's not impressive.
Yeah.
That's from a
the lizard
D20,
man.
isn't it?
Yeah, Skitter
Dear Lord.
pats your arm consolingly, and he's like, yeah, I didn't do much better than that.
He's got a little cold-blooded muscle. It's okay. I try.
Okay,
Jesus
Bird
Christ.
Bird just opens the chest like it was not even stuck to begin with. And inside, you actually find quite a lot of stuff.
Oh.
It looks like this may or may not have been kind of an office of a sort and had actually a decent amount of things. So it has, let's see, I'll just do it.
He has
Okay,
a
it's
plus
got-
5?
Yeah, Bird is crazy strong, and that's not even, it's actually a 23. Oh, wait, no, it's not a 23, I forgot. I have no idea what Paladin's class saves are. I'll have to look at that. Yeah. Okay, so you find 30 gold pieces. Let's do the same thing. 3 healing potions, and 2 rations in this chest, and none of it is spoiled. It looks like the chest kept them fresh. At least fresh enough.
I take gold.
Okay. And make sure you're writing this stuff down, by the way, because I'm not keeping track of this.
I have written, and I
Food.
put it down as CP, so I need to redo.
Okay, I'd always use more
Are
healing
you afraid
potions.
that if you went between 2 voices, you get confused by them, so you're just gonna stick with one for both, but it's gonna be this one?
You think that I am not diverse actor? I am insult.
Okay. Well,
I can't even fucking process this character.
Yeah, I'm having some difficulties too because I have
like,
an
how do I
in-character
talk to
voice and a myself voice, but they sound a little similar.
how do you talk to Russian bugbear? Good luck. All right. Feel free to
Talking
keep going.
common.
Yeah, I took the potions.
Okay.
It was like 2 more, right?
There were 3 in the chest.
3.
Yep.
Okay.
And then 2 rations.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Anyone want the rations? Otherwise, I can take them too. But we all depleted 1 ration in that rest downstairs, so it'd only be fair to split them.
Did
Well-
I have one before?
You had I think you start with 3. I had everybody start with 3. So you're
Okay.
down to 2.
Because all I had in my
Ooh,
inventory
ration?
was what I picked up.
Yep. I've given you rations in the past, but if you didn't write them down, then they're probably lost to the ether. At least for the time being. Okay.
Okay.
Ration weigh what, 2 pound?
We're not. I don't care about capacity, as long as you're not trying to carry a wagon or something like that.
Pick up the table.
What?
It's. All right.
Did you say he's picking
Roll
up
strength.
the table?
Yeah.
Can it even fit through the doors?
So Bird, you're gonna have to roll.
No. Is joke. I keep.
Okay. Because you're gonna. If so, you're gonna have to roll a strength check just to keep it up every
Let's
time you
not
do
say
anything.
did.
Okay.
And I will address Skitter. Did you and your companions enter this chamber?
Yeah, that's
beyond the
where
door?
we came from. That's the bad room.
Bad room? In what manner is it bad?
I said there's a lot of bodies. There's a lot of bodies.
What's
Like-
the problem with Buddy? Unless what's make Buddy is in there for kill.
No, we didn't see anything like that. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have made it. We're not exactly tough. But,
You'll need more confidence. Do not put self down. And I poke him in the shoulder.
I mean,
Just fall over?
He doesn't fall over, but he is You are like over twice as tall as him, so he does not offer much resistance.
Believe in self.
All right, I guess I'll show you. And so he goes into the room and he opens the door. And as soon as he opens that door, the smell just hits you. So the room that you go into, see all that gray? Mm-hmm. Those are mostly bodies. This room.
Ew.
This room seems to have been a meeting point for people or something. Or I don't know.
And the bodies.
Yes.
Is there more than just like the sailors from before?
Yeah, so you might as well roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Seeing as you're looking at it.
First down, skills, investigation. Wait, doesn't have the die thing for it? That's weird.
It's 2. Oh, it should.
Oh, there we go.
It's left, yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so that's more than good enough. So looking around, you see a lot of people that very clearly would not belong in a Mariner's Guild. Mm-hmm. A lot of people wearing, dresses and trousers.
The Mariners Guild, which everyone definitely knows what it is.
I mean, it's seafarers. So not a whole lot of sailor-looking people in this crowd. It looks mostly like...
Is this built into the...
common people.
The wall, like
it is,
the mountainside?
It is, so... you remember from the outside, the building was partially up against the cliff face.
Right.
But when everything kind of came down, there's a lot of mud and stuff kind of covering the outside of the building. So it's like partially buried, but only in the back. Some of the other buildings you've seen outside were definitely more covered in mud and detritus, to the point where maybe you could see their door. The locked door just north of where you guys were. I guess I can reveal it.
So, is it possible that they came here for shelter and perished?
You know that for a pretty good fact that's probably exactly what happened. It looks like the water level had... It looks like what happened, judging by the water on the wall, that it had only been up to like ankle height, and then you see where the water's coming from over here? Mm-hmm. That busted through, and then everything flooded, and then nobody survived. Let's see. What is it?
Not every day you see people drown upstairs.
I threw
But yes.
It must have been...
stench.
It is. All right. Bird.
I think you lose hit points if you throw up.
What?
I'm not going to have him undo his rest unless he keeps throwing up.
Negative constitution bonus.
But yeah, so it smells pretty bad, and it's like super full of just bodies there. There's kind of like a river that has pushed aside a lot of them, or maybe like pushed them out of the way. And Shelly, you can see there's a giant hole, which is to the right, at the end of the river. And...
Oh, yeah, that way.
yeah.
And that's where the river came from. That's where it derived.
No, it came from the left and it went right. It looks like it's been draining that direction.
I see. Because I don't see, like, an exit on this side.
Nope. It's flowing through the hole in the floor down below.
Oh, this is the floor.
Yeah.
You'd used a darker color for it before.
Yeah, sorry.
So it go left, right?
Yeah, it's going from left to right and then going down the hole.
Okay.
Which you actually realize this is the second floor of the first building you went into. Remember how you guys slid down the mud thing into the one area, and then you had the like barrel biter guy?
Yep.
Yeah, this is directly above that. This is where the water was coming from. It was pouring down there.
So everything to the left is corpses, but everything to the right is the hole.
Yeah.
But it looks like there's another chest over there. I think.
Yep.
So it is.
Who wants to do a shimmy check?
Okay. It's a pretty tight walk. Any of you could make it, but you're gonna have to make a acrobatics or an athletics check to make it across.
Well, I
without
do have
dropping and falling.
acrobatics. Who else does?
I have.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have plus Russian 7. Russian word for 7.
What?
Do athletics.
Okay.
So he's coming down too?
I mean,
Alright.
Bird said not to leave his sight range, so Skitter's been trying very hard to stay largely within Bird's range of sight, considering.
Russian for 7 is Siam.
Okay.
I have Siam.
Okay. So you see him that chest. Are you gonna go for it? All right. So Bird tries to bravely go, and then he slips down and falls into the pit. Bird, you take.
Wait, does that mean he's on a different floor now?
Yeah, Bird is 2 floors down, and you hear a big, loud, wet slapping noise as he hits mud. He's fine, mostly. I mean,
He
it
belly
hurt.
flopped and he's winded.
Yeah, he belly flopped. He will be back later, probably. Bird, you're out for a bit. That was not a fun ride.
Is he drunk? I think he's drunk.
Ouch.
Skitter makes an effort to like kind of peek his head over so you can see him.
Get her!
Now,
No!
It's my luck that I would get swept into a ruined city with a drunk. I don't suppose you still have that rope.
I believe we do, though. I do not know.
No,
if it
Shell
would...
tied the rope to the sign.
Well,
Oh, but I never retrieved it. Oh, but that's because
Yeah.
we went down and we didn't come back.
Yeah, unless
for
you
it.
guys mention it, stuff stays where it is.
Okay.
Skitter says, I could try. Maybe.
How
Oh,
deep
but
is
we
it?
wouldn't want you to get injured.
How deep is it? It's like 20 feet down. But it's a soft landing, so it's not so
I
bad.
was half tempted to throw a tree token down.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It would work.
Technically, they can only be
It'd
used
be a
outdoors.
huge waste of the thing, though.
It would be wasted.
Yeah, I mean, Bird can easily just climb out of the pit and,
He has to do like a return trip throughout the environment, right?
yeah, he does. Is there a way to, like, whisper a player in this?
Whisper?
Yes, but I do not remember.
Oh, that would be like information.
Bird, did you see
specific.
that?
This.
Did anybody else see that?
Nope.
Okay.
So you're trying to figure out how to communicate with only Bird?
I do not care for secret message.
Well, that way he can impart on him.
Okay, there we go.
Specifics that might be occurring while he's separated from the
Yep.
group.
So Bird is out of the picture for a while. What are the rest of you guys going to do?
Well, if we have no way of retrieving him, we're just going to have to wait for him to return. In the meantime, there's the chest, and there's also upriver, I suppose I would say.
Skitter's like, we came from there. It's worse.
Worse.
I mean, mostly just Bill just drowned.
Bill.
Yeah.
I see.
He was a bad swimmer. Greg would say he was weak. He was weak.
I would not care to live amongst goblins and kobolds.
Well, I can hold my breath just fine.
I mean, I can breathe water. What are you saying? It's just that, like, no, it was the whole, like, comment on weakness.
Okay, well, you can try and go up the river. I will tell you I've not drawn it, or there's nothing up there.
Okay, fine. There's
Small meta knowledge. Don't bother. Please don't force me to figure out what the hell's up there.
I mean,
As you
Gitter
have
said
a-
as much.
Because you have a water breathing and extended like breath holding character next to a river.
I mean, what probably would be there is like a hole that you can't reach or climb out of because it's like twisty and turny. And you don't have the appropriate skills or tools to do so.
So he never
I will
made it.
play-
Right? Nobody actually made it to the chest, right?
No,
Nope, not
it's
yet.
sitting there taunting you.
Okay, let's see. I don't have any magical means of acquiring that chest. So you'd have to get across. I mean, either side looks alright.
Skitter just kind of like hops across and he's in front of the chest now. He's like, do you want me to open it up?
If you're capable of it.
Okay. He like whips out some thieves tools. Let me actually roll this one properly. Sleight of hand. Boop. Okay, yeah, that chest just pops open. Shit, is that? No, he didn't. Okay, he didn't get a natural 20. Okay. And then he almost immediately falls down the pit.
Oh no!
As one of those like undead dudes that you guys have been finding in barrels and shit. Yeah, he's there now. You have a you have a guy that is now. Which one do I want to use? Let's use this one.
Was the enemy in the chest?
Yeah, he was in the chest.
Why are there people hiding in barrels and chests? This doesn't make sense.
I mean, luckily he can't move. He's just kind of popped out, Jack in the Box style, looking at you. He's kind of like, he's got a club, and he's just kind of looking at you, and he kind of like waves it in your direction. Not really sure what to do, because like Skitter was easy, because Skitter was right there.
Did Skitter really fall? Because
yeah.
I would yell as a warning to Greg.
You hear very faintly, "I'm okay. Somebody left a rope down here." And then he too goes silent. He's probably hanging out with Bird.
Okay. Whoa, that was a ping.
We just have
I'm
Ted
upset.
from Scrubs in the party.
I'm
not a sad sack.
I tire of these shambling corpses. I'm gonna use one of my throwing daggers on him, maybe.
Okay.
Oh wait, but then I'd lose it.
Probably.
Nah, I'm gonna use Thorn Whip on it.
Okay.
Oh, great! You have a better range weapon than I do.
A range of 30
Okay.
feet.
Yeah, that's more than
Nice.
sufficient. Each tile is 5, so that he's 15 feet away.
Yeah. So do 1d6 piercing damage if it hits. So I need to do a physical roll?
Yes.
Drez used Vine Whip. Dun, 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 dun,
It is of pending effectiveness. I don't know how to attack. Crap.
It's 1 die 20 plus your proficiency bonus plus your either dexterity or wisdom.
This new sheet has only made things more confusing to find things.
Sorry. It's a spell, so 1 die 20 plus plus 2 plus whatever your wisdom is. What's your wisdom?
So plus 5 overall then.
Okay, so yeah, 1 die 20 plus 5 to hit.
And I have to
Slash roll. Here, let's go with that. Okay, I assume you... Okay, well, you hit either way.
I forgot actually. I don't even think about the idea that there's actually a text feed on the side of the screen for people to role play that aren't in a chat with each other, which sounds miserable.
It probably is actually pretty rough. Anyway, so you hit him with the Thorn Whip. So what does it do? And what are you doing with it? Because I know you can pull people.
That's the goal.
Okay, so you're going to pull him out of the chest?
Yeah.
Okay, are you trying to pull him to you or just out of the chest and into the hole?
But then that would set them like it right on their heads.
So it's 4
That'd be
damage,
bad.
and yeah, it pulls 10 feet towards me, which is above the hole.
Okay, so it kind of goes in front of you, hangs by your whip for a bit, and then your whip kind of goes away because it's not a permanent thing, and it just drops. And there's a wet splat, and then you don't hear anything more.
Wow, thanks, guys.
Now it's the bugbear's problem.
Really glad you dropped that on me.
Okay.
And is the chest truly empty
I
now?
thought he'd like presents.
Well, you're gonna have to get over there and check if it's empty or not.
Okay, fine. Gotta do what you gotta do. Acrobatics, right?
Yeah, acrobatics or athletics. I'll take either.
Okay. I got a 21.
Okay, so you make it across to the chest, and you find there's another really nice looking weapon in there.
But what is it?
It looks like a saber, kind of like a scimitar, I guess. Yeah, it's a scimitar. It looks like a kind of swashbuckly weapon. And it's got kind of the same make and model of what yours has. Probably made by the same guy.
Interesting. Is there a mark or an insignia that would denote?
There's a lot of
crafted
marks. There's a lot of similarities. If you could copy and paste designs on swords, this is pretty close to what would happen.
This?
Yeah, so whomever made these swords,
Okay.
talented individual, maybe not so creative.
I see. All right.
Oh yeah,
well,
cutlass. But cutlasses are scimitars, I think, for the...
I don't know if I
Yeah,
can
whatever.
wield an item of this nature. Is it considered a simple one?
If you can use a rapier, you can use a scimitar. They're, as far as I remember, effectively the same weapon.
Okay. Unfortunately, I do not believe you can dual wield these guys, especially together. But
You
I think
can.
they are the same weapon. They just it's a stylistic role playing
Yes.
choice about which one you take.
Yes.
Between a cutlass and a rapier?
Yes.
Yeah.
what's the
I'll be
stat
back in a second.
difference?
I think one of them's like a
Ye-
slashy sword, right?
Yeah, one
Yeah.
one does slashing, one does piercing. In 3.5, they did the exact same thing. They used to do 1d6 and had a 18 to 20 crit range. But they've since changed it, so now
Oh,
it's
you're
just...
saying they're the same weapon in like video game terms, or game
Yeah, yeah.
terms. I was like, those
Yeah.
are kind of different.
No, the only difference is slashing versus piercing.
Yeah, I was
which
thinking in terms
actually,
of like just actual like weapons.
I mean, that difference is actually fairly important. There are certain enemies that don't take...
Skeletons show up.
Well, skeletons, you want blunt weapons for
Right.
skeletons. Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't really have any squishy tissue that are vital to their survival.
Yes.
Interesting. Well,
Now
I
the
suppose
question
I'll
is whether Shell
keep
can make
it.
the return trip.
I do that again?
Yeah, you gotta make it back. There's no shortcut. Okay, Shelly, you fall into the pit.
No! Curses.
Okay.
Hey!
And you take 3 damage.
Ouch.
Okay, so Keith, you're alone.
Yay!
So, Bird and Shell, I will get to you guys in a bit. Keith, you are now the main character. You are the only
Oh,
character.
goody.
Are you ready to set out
It's like
on
I've
your
always
world-saving
deserved.
adventure?
Did we check this thing out already?
It's a table.
just
It's a
another
busted table.
Like another
yeah.
sad table.
Yeah, it's another sad table. If it's
Well, I'm-
brown and round, it's either a barrel or a table, and I'm kind of indiscriminate on which is which.
I'm gonna take the stairs like a sane person would.
Okay, so you come out. Let me pull you to the right one. I'm just gonna drag their icons off to the side. You'll find them later. Okay, so you're downstairs in the kitchen, in the mariner's room. I think you can see yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start heading out. Did we do
Okay.
a check around here?
You didn't
What if
check
I
very hard.
I wonder if I should investigate it for any weird surprises when no one's looking.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find out how to investigate. Bloop. That's
Okay.
not great.
It's not great. You do find several corpses.
Exciting.
And
Congrats.
One might
they're-
even say thrilling.
okay, they're moving.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's encouraging. I
Okay,
guess I
let
should
me
go back to where I was then.
let me throw them on the board. So you got one there
Wait, but
One
how were
there.
they there before? What?
and one there. So these were in the room the whole time. You guys just never looked very hard and didn't set them off.
Oh,
I guess actually
We
he's over
rested in
here.
that room.
so
Yeah.
We rested
But the
in that
act of
room?
investigating
We-
disturbed all the
we-
corpses.
Uh huh. Well, you were looking around.
Well,
Yeah, so you're probably actually closer to this one because you don't just investigate from one spot. So you've got, I guess, roll for initiative.
roll for initiative. I wonder if my initiative roll will be accurate or not.
It should be.
I clicked initiative roll and nothing happened. It says you attempted to use a
Oh.
roll command but there's no token selected.
Oh, that's odd.
Initiative roll. Oh, what the
That
hell?
is really weird.
Whoa.
Oh, I have to click on my character with the mouse pointer for it to count.
That is hilarious. Okay,
And what
so
is its
they go.
math?
They go first. So the first, they've got like knives and daggers. They don't look particularly well equipped. In fact, 2 of them are unarmed and just grab like broken table legs. So they're not exactly ready for this. But the first guy's gonna come up at you, take a swing at you. What's your armor class again?
So I don't like how it doesn't. I can't tell whether or not it's doing math correctly for my initiative or not.
Let me see.
It has no indication of adding a number to it necessarily.
Okay, well, it looks like it broke the number. Maybe, I don't know. For initiative, just roll 1d20 and add your dexterity next time.
Okay, which is 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
these
either
sheets
way-
everyone was telling us to use seem to mostly way overcomplicate the entire process because you can't tell if they're working or how they work for the most part.
At this point, I'm going to say they're optional until I can find a better character sheet. So if you guys just feel like rolling dice normally like I am, that's totally okay. So anyway, your armor class is what?
I keep finding different. Every time I try to find my armor class for lizard folk, I get a different answer.
It's 13 if you're not wearing 13 plus your dexterity if you're not wearing armor. And if you are wearing armor, then armor takes over. So you have an armor class of 15. Because I
Okay.
don't think you have any armor. Okay, so
Yeah, that should
he
be it.
actually does hit you for 5 damage.
Well,
You're not dead. And you do did you pick up any of the healing potions or did you just let them
I don't
get
have
them?
any. No.
Uh
Okay.
oh.
Well, and then the other 2 are going to kind of like pick through the remains. They don't move fast. But it's your turn now.
Let's see.
I'm
If I
just-
do
I'm-
if I do an action, can I move afterwards? Is
Yeah,
there an
Depends on
order
the
for that?
action.
yeah, kind of. You can't attack in melee and then run away. There's feats for that, I think.
Can you cast
I'm
a
just
spell?
hearing Gandalf in my head.
Yeah, you could probably cast a
Fly,
spell,
fools.
maybe.
Let's see. I'm gonna do another thunder wave.
Okay.
We've got those
Oh.
back
Okay.
because I'm covered in bad guys. So they have to do a Constitution throw to avoid getting thrown back.
All right.
Drez used Thunderwave. It caused paralysis.
And they both fail.
Oh.
Yeah. Now they each take 2d8 and get pushed back 10 feet.
Okay, so this one smacks against the wall. And this
Alright.
one just kind of goes back here. All right, roll your damage. Okay, you can run after attacking. Okay,
Oh.
well, they're both
Nice.
they're gone.
Is that a maximum roll?
You fried
Jeez.
them. They were waterlogged and now they are jerky. Not good jerky,
Ew.
but jerky.
I'm going
And-
to go back.
Okay.
So that's
You're gonna go back
30
upstairs?
feet.
Okay. The other guy's turn. He's gonna just. I guess he's gonna start hustling.
I assume
Seeing
they're
as you're
slow
running away
'cause
from
they're
him.
zombie people or
But
something.
they don't. They don't have like. They have got holes in their limbs. They're weak. They're shitty.
They're slow zombies.
They were not. They were not strong people in life, and they're definitely not strong people in death.
Terrible.
Back to running.
Okay. So you're gonna run up. You're gonna run upstairs.
Yeah, the idea is just to go jump in the hole, really.
Okay, so for all intents and purposes, you're gonna go jump in the hole.
Yeah.
Okay, so you land in the sewers. Let me drag Shell. Okay, so you land, and since you did it intentionally, roll a acrobatics check to land softly, because everybody else just fell on their asses.
Oh yeah. Except I don't have good acrobatics. Oh shit.
Okay,
Oh,
so you land nimbly, like
I rolled a perfect 20.
yeah. So from your perspective, how could have the other guys ever even like landed bad? That was so easy. You're mildly disappointed in them.
I am the black swan.
They're not there though.
Oh.
Yeah, there. You see a bird-shaped hole and a shell-shaped hole, and it looked like Skitter might have done okay. But they're not there.
What? They're holes?
Well, I mean, kind of like it's mud, so like.
Oh, so the impressions of
Yeah,
our
yeah,
body.
it's pretty perfect. Like they made some pretty nice looking mud angels.
I thought we were doing an Amigata vault thing. That's fine.
A vault thing?
I wouldn't worry about a key.
I don't understand what's
Okay.
going on.
I wouldn't worry about a key.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay, you feel better. you feel a lot better.
What do you think my casting modifier is? A 2?
It would be 2 plus your wisdom. Your proficiency plus whatever your wisdom is.
So it'd be +5?
Yeah.
Holy
I have
shit.
on here that it's
Yep.
just 1d8
It's 1d8 plus whatever your spellcasting modifier is.
plus my
think.
spellcasting modifier.
So then I heal for 11?
Oh.
Okay, well,
so
you are
technically-
feeling hale and hearty once again.
Technically,
There we
I should
go.
have healed Keith for 3 earlier then.
Okay.
Well, that's all net zeroed out now.
I know that.
All right,
Okay,
let's
and
investigate the mess around me.
okay, so you've been in this room before. There's a rope that Shell left behind. With that kind of investigation, you see a lot of tracks. They're actually pretty familiar. Looks like some lizard folk have been through here too, and recently. And they are heading towards the darkened portion of the map. The other side of the room that you were in earlier.
Ah, my people.
Yep.
I'm gonna do the worst possible. No, I'm not. That's a terrible idea. I'm going to try to follow the tracks.
You are going to follow the
Yes.
tracks?
I was gonna
Okay.
say that I was gonna call out, and I thought against that.
Okay, so you arrive in the other room, and you
Am I supposed to be
see.
looking at a different screen by now? By the way, I can't tell.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I forgot to drag you over. Well, this is. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Remind me if you're looking at a wrong screen because I have to manually drag you over and it's a pain in the ass.
Whoa.
Anyway,
We're surrounded.
so now that you guys can see what's going on, Keith, you see the party surrounded by an army of meat. No, army of lizardmen.
An army of meaty men.
Yeah, eventually I will have custom tokens for everything, but right now you just get recolors of my face over and over again. So the green ones are just lizard folk. You might recognize them if your character was social enough. I don't know your backstory that well. And you also see your clan chieftain. He's the red one. And
Well, I would
think
know
I've
at least
actually-
him at the very least.
yeah, here, I got an image of him. There he is.
You drew the chieftain? Oh, hello, little guy.
Let's see.
Feeling him up?
Oh my
hello.
God, he's huge.
Yeah. So that's just what he looks like. That's not to scale.
And that's all Wander's.
Yes. So that is your clan chieftain. The rest kind of look fairly similar. And he has your friends held kind of loosely at pike point. He's you know him,
Heavy
he's
air
not
quoting
exactly-
friends.
yeah, very heavy air quoting. Your traveling companions that you have said maybe a couple of words to, I guess, at this point. But yeah, so he's got your traveling, I guess, your companions of convenience held at pike point, though you know him, and you know he's actually a fairly reasonable fellow, but you know, he is also not one to take risks. Anyway, so Shell and Bird, seeing as you guys have been out of the loop for a moment, so when you guys fell down, you guys were almost immediately accosted by lizard folk from your mud angels. They pretty much hauled you off the moment you landed.
Mud angels.
And so let's roll back time a little bit. So they catch you and they bring you into this room, and you kind of have some free time to set the stage, and then Keith will show up. Or fuck it, Keith shows up. Everybody can talk now.
Well, yeah, because if you set time back,
Yeah, that would
the
be really
outcome
awkward,
could
because
be
if
different.
Bird goes into a berserk rage and attacks everybody, then I have to rewrite this whole scene.
Which he might do.
I prefer not, but we'll see. Go Bird, go Shell, go Keith. You guys have the floor.
Now, because I had used comprehend languages to read his scrawlings on pretty much every surface that we encountered, I just sort of, my eyes alight, and I go, Drez, you found us.
Shit, she knows my name.
Hint, hint.
Your
Well,
clan-
since you have me at a disadvantage, who the hell are you guys, and why have you been here?
Who do you say that to?
I'm not talking to my own people.
He's talking to you guys.
Wait, what did he say?
What
He's
do you
full of the
think?
classic-
We fell down, and when we came by, and they point a little toothpick at us.
At this point, your clan chieftain just steps back.
Yes, That's
You
what
get-
I thought.
You got this, Drez. Do your thing. He doesn't say it, he just gives you that look.
Are we going to be turned into lizard food? Tell me right now.
The other lizard folk seem to be enjoying this too, and seeing as his subordinate is not being particularly helpful, the chieftain rolls his eyes and steps forward and is like, "No, you're not gonna be lizard food. That's gross. That's real gross. I eat fruit. Dick.
I take offense.
I take offense.
I'm mostly fur, I understand. But inside, Greg is stuffed.
The chieftain does not have a response for that.
Tell me, who are you?
I'm Irtos. I'm Irtos Blightclaw, and
Ertos Blightfly? Okay, slow down. Say again?
Can you also talk louder? Like, I know that you're
Okay.
like 2 feet away from me, but our headphones are blocking
let me-
out one another.
Let me see if I
I
can.
actually can't hear. That's why I asked that again.
Sorry. Okay. Shell, can you hear me better now?
Yes, it's a
Okay.
little loud, but
I
whatever.
am Irtos Blightclaw, and
Ertos,
Irtos.
yes.
IRTH.
Oh my God.
OS.
IRT. Okay, got it.
Okay. I'm Irtos Blightclaw. I just use a random name generator for this. Don't blame me.
Dress it, Blightclaw. Hey, you have the same name. You must be friend or family or lover.
I can't.
Your chieftain, Chief Blightclaw, looks over at Keith, and now he wants answers. Drez, what have you been telling these people?
Do you hold hand or tail?
Wait, he doesn't. Wait. Greg wouldn't know my name.
But I just said it, so
I know it
then-
now. I know he
He doesn't know my last name.
Oh,
We don't know
Nobody
his
knows my
last
last name.
Because I had only seen Drez was here, not.
Yeah,
okay,
so you
we
don't know
have
his
to
last
roll
name.
back. We have to roll back time then. Sorry.
Okay. Well, you know he's Drez, and you know he's a lizard folk. Let's just pretend you went with that.
Okay. Oh, you lizard folk. All lizard folk know each other, right?
How the
Good luck,
fuck do you
Keith.
ever respond to this character?
You are center stage.
Jesus
Good luck.
Christ.
You have to explain yourself to your clan chieftain.
I turn and look.
I have puppy
God damn
eyes. I don't want to
Dare
die.
I'm okay with that.
Fine. Enough messing around. So, Drez, why are you here, and who are these three?
God damn it.
All right, fine. Seeing as my subordinate seems to be incapable of speech, you, hairy one, what is your name, and what are you doing here?
I am Greg Geknu. I came here to kick ass, but not yours, but someone else's.
That's encouraging.
I forget his name.
Gorlar.
Gorlar, thank you. Thank you, little fish.
But he reacts to that. He knows who Gorlar is, and he actually seems to appreciate that. And he looks his men after like a tail flip. His men kind of stand down, their pikes lower, and it's like, well then, that's good. 'Cause I hate that guy. I think
I hate guy too.
Now, I've heard of the mention of this individual before. In what way has he wronged you and your clan?
I mean, he's just kind of a hateable dude. So I am here in search of magical artifacts of any kind of maker model because this kingdom once upon a time was well revered for its magical technology and stuff like that. And
Wait, how long once upon a time?
I mean, like 5 months ago.
Oh,
Nobody knows what
so-
happened to it, but like one day no messengers came in and out of the kingdom, and then I got here and the whole kingdom sunk into the ground, and well, hey, open season at that point, so here I am.
You're here. I hear that.
Looting for artifacts.
Hey, when did you get here then?
Well, we've actually been here for maybe a couple of days. We lost half of the pack to the floods, and Drez, for example, he got washed away. I was lucky with, these four, and we managed to get safe harbor, and we finally found a way to safely descend. And we've been looking for a way past that thorn barrier for the past, I guess, couple hours.
It's a pretty wild thorn barrier, isn't it?
God damn it, Bert.
I produced the green crystal and explained that we'd found this in a hidden storeroom on a pedestal entwined in vines.
He, faster than you'd expect for his size, he, kind of quick steps forward and grabs the crystal. Like, not roughly, it's just suddenly in his hand, and you're not entirely sure how it happened. Actually, he doesn't even step forward. Suddenly it's just in his hand. And he's looking at it, and he's like, well then, I think you might have just found our solution to our little problem. I assume you have no objections to me taking this if I can get rid of that barrier.
If it is a means for us to return to the surface world, then so be it. I tried to reveal it to the vines themselves and issue a command for them to leave, and they did squirm, but towards the crystal, not away.
Interesting. This must be the reason why they're still there. Displaced power core.
Power core?
Yes. Let me think of how to put this in words that a simpleton like you could understand. It's a focus so that a spell may last for a longer length of time, so the caster doesn't need to stick around.
Would the destruction of such a crystal be the way to destroy the vines, or would it merely seal off the path forever?
That would work perfectly, but that'd be a giant waste of a crystal. No, I'm gonna end the spell and keep what's left for myself. Assuming that's okay.
That's our crystal.
I mean, you can have it back, and we can just wait for the barrier to go away.
Could these displaced crystals be why the whole city sank?
I highly doubt it.
It must have been in the possession of some kind of sorcerer. I mean, why else would it be hidden in such a way? Also,
hidden?
That does not
Where
describe
did you find it?
So there was this shop to the north of the town, and it was bizarre, but we actually encountered a corpse that still had some kind of mind.
Yes, I've met plenty of the drowned ones.
Drowned ones?
Yes.
But they all seem to be shambling and without thought. There are those capable of speech and independent thinking still?
You met the shopkeeper.
Yes, but I'm just saying that are there more than just that one?
I will admit I haven't stopped to chat. Their smell offends me, and honestly, they didn't seem particularly keen on speaking with me either. But I can only assume that there are more of higher faculty if we looked hard enough.
He seemed to have wanted to protect these chambers.
Are you talking about the ogre?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, not the ogre. I'm talking about the shopkeep. He was the one
right.
that had been like, why are you down in my tunnels?
Okay, so you're telling him about the shopkeeper. I thought you were talking about the ogre, and I was super confused because I was like, that thing was dumb as bricks.
No.
You're attributing way too much intelligence to a dude that broke his arms trying to bang on a door.
Nope.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
Knocking save life.
Interesting. So you just found it in this secret room. Was
Yes.
there anything else in the area?
Not really.
There was a dead wizard of sorts.
A dead wizard. What did he look like? Do you remember?
He was like disguised.
Okay.
That was in the other room. Wasn't there another
It
man
was
that
in
was also a
prison
wizard?
cell. He hid himself under some sort of illusion. Right? Is that what's happened?
Who knows that
Yeah,
in the party?
There was another man that
All of you guys saw through the illusion.
right.
So you know, you guys all saw the wizard.
That was in the cells, but then who was the man with the book that Keith was able to procure? He was the one that was sitting in the room next to the
chieftain
crystal.
hears book and he's like, a book? What? I assume you have more for me to take a look at. He looks,
And I produced the sealed book.
okay. He grabs it, he looks at it. After a bit, he's like, nah, this is more of your kind of expertise, and he hands it back to you. I can't open that.
Never can he.
I take it back.
It's druidic in
disappointed.
nature?
Let's see.
I've already inspected and tried to open the book, right?
Yeah, you tried opening it, and it resisted. It's a tough book to crack.
Can I
Okay.
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
If you want to.
If that's even applicable. Oh,
Do we have knowledge checks in this game anymore? Yes, we do.
So, the Arcana, you look at it, you try and do Arcana stuff, and after looking at it for a while, you realize it is actually held together by druidic magic. Specifically, the locking mechanism is a really tough root holding the whole thing together, and you're not really sure how to get rid of that yet.
go figure.
Okay.
We have rogue.
Don't think that would work on a druid's book.
Blightclaw looks at Skitter for the first time. Nope, I don't think he'll be helpful in this situation either. Steve looks.
Let him. He's right there. You're gonna just say that to his face? Yeesh.
He's so
The chieftain just shrugs. Eh,
Yeah.
I say it how it is. Speaking of, are we going to sit in this gross hole all day, or are you just going to let me have the crystal so I can get us out of here?
Well,
No,
he already
we
has
go
the crystal.
up and then we give you crystal.
Okay. I assume you guys go up?
Yep.
I've got a
let's-
surprisingly nice chieftain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lily's
he's a really nice
surrounded at
guy.
a spear
most
point and is like,
chieftains,
I'm
he's
not just
not-
gonna take it.
Yeah, he's not asshole.
So, I mean, Keith, you know that your boss is a fairly
Affable.
yeah,
Just ruler.
yeah, he's not a dick. And
Even a
Gorlar.
just ruler, though, would be like, we're surrounding you a spear point and we need a crystal to continue. Guess
Well,
what
we could
happens
have been
next?
a threat. we dropped from the ceiling. That was, I don't know.
you just know generally he doesn't
Oh my
he
God, I
doesn't
forgot
treat
about my
people
dumb subtitle.
unfairly. Yeah, you okay, so he escorts you upstairs. He and his tribe just kind of array themselves out and around. They don't seem to be accosting you anymore. You can make a break for it, but I mean, seems kind of pointless. And you are on the surface. Can you guys see? I assume you guys can see?
Yeah.
Yep, we can see.
Okay,
I believe we
cool.
can move.
So, can I have
Alright.
the crystal?
No,
I thought
we
he
go
already
over to
had the
root.
crystal.
Okay.
Did you
Big-
guys lose the crystal?
Well, he snatched it from me.
Well, he
so-
gave it back.
Oh, he had?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was about ready to find out that Greg dropped it in the swamp.
I might not have
Oh,
actually
I'll
said
be
he gave
right
it back,
back.
but he did actually
Well,
give
he
back.
offered. Yeah, that's true.
I think I forgot anybody. Oh, you mean the player characters? No, they go around. Okay. Also figured out
you
how
forgot Skitter.
to. Oh, I forgot Skitter. Okay.
He's mostly inventory.
He's
item at
mascot
this
of
point.
he's
Well,
the mascot of the campaign now.
You're right, but I'm trying not to give him any agency because having the DM play the game for you is not exactly
Right. I mean, I know that some DMs
Yeah, but
actually
we
do
need him here for
work
hijinks.
in like
It's true.
a player character for
So
themselves.
you guys all kind of array yourselves near the barricade.
Yep.
I'm not having
I
these
give
guys
over
move in
crystal.
formation. It looked nice.
And
Don't question it.
there was one last building we hadn't explored.
Oh, there's several
to the
buildings
south.
you guys haven't been in yet.
have you thoroughly searched the other buildings?
Not in the slightest.
What a
Let's see.
coincidence.
We never went to the bottom left one, right?
Are you in a
Right,
rush,
right.
or shall we explore?
Now, this is actually rather convenient for you. It's going to take me a short while to get this ritual going anyway. So if you want to go gallivanting through all the buildings, be my guest. In fact, if you just come back in about an hour or so, I bet the thorn barricade will be gone and everything will be clear for you to leave.
Knock yourself out, Chief. I toss the crystal to him.
He catches it and nods, and then he begins to start scratching arcane symbols into the ground.
Can I like privately whisper something to Drez?
Actually, he's more like burning it into the ground.
Is that all right if I talk with him in sort of like a whisper, away from everyone?
Who are you asking
whisper in
permission?
shit.
Me?
Drez.
You can.
I'm confused
Yeah.
how you would need permission for that.
Okay. I don't know. I just don't know if like, the other ones will hear.
Chief
Don't know
Whiteclaw
how you
says
do direct the message.
you can talk
She's
to my
transmitting her
subordinate all I
docking
want.
codes. I need to open my ear ports for the
Well,
docking
actually,
codes.
now that I think about it, maybe it isn't wise. I don't know if he's our ally per se. It's just sort of sad. And like, I want to know if he will truly keep to his
Why
word
don't
and
you
let
ask?
us.
If you ask him.
I'm just
General
worried
Brew,
about.
Just ask
I'm
him.
just worried about being trapped down here forever.
Oh,
Like,
against. Look, here's the thing. Things have way of working out in the end. Let bygone be bygone, except if you're Gorlar, in which case you asshole.
What?
Isn't that right, Skeeter?
Wait, what?
I extend a fist bump to Skeeter. Get her.
Skeeter responds slightly more boldly. He seems to be kind of recovering from
Oh god.
you executing all of his friends.
Bird's gonna have a mascot sidekick.
Okay, well, I suppose
Okay.
we can look at the final building.
Do you want me to mark off the buildings you guys haven't been in?
Well, I think it's
Yes.
just this one.
You have not been in 2 buildings.
We've never
Two
been in the
buildings.
middle one or the bottom left
Actually,
one, right?
here
What's
I'll
this
mark.
one? What about this
Seeing
one?
as you guys don't close doors, it's actually really easy. Let me mark the doors that are open. So you've opened this one. This is the shop.
Oh, okay.
This
That's the inn.
this is the
Wait, then what is this? We haven't been in the inn?
No, we have not been in.
you haven't been into the warehouse. You haven't been into the tavern.
Well, no, wait, we went into the
You've been in-
warehouse, and that's how we found.
Yeah, you
the
went into the
secret
tavern
chamber.
warehouse. You guys never went into the tavern itself.
Because then we went around here. And
Okay, so yeah, you haven't been in the inn, you haven't been in the tavern, and you haven't been in whatever building is on the far south side. And there's also the one locked door that you guys have not been in.
Oh, that one right here.
Yeah.
Oh yes, door that we cannot open.
Most logical, closest thing to try. Oh, wait, we already tried it, but it was locked, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But can Skitter open it with his lockpicking abilities?
I mean, are you gonna ask him?
Yes, that is ask.
He's not. I'm not going to be role playing him as a party member. You guys actually have to talk to him.
Okay.
All right. Skitter,
Yes.
can open door.
He looks at the big gate and he's like, "It looks a little heavy, but I can try."
I can
like-
hold up.
He gets over in front of it and he starts like trying to push on it.
Wait, but there was no lock on it?
No,
Oh.
he's kind of dumb.
Okay. Can you pick lock on door?
Sorry. He's super nervous.
Aw.
Performance anxiety is 90% of his personality. Okay, so he cannot open the door. He tries for like a minute, minute and a half, 3 minutes, 10 minutes. After a while, he's like, "I'm sorry, it's
I didn't realize that Skitter was my spirit animal.
not gonna work."
Perhaps
Get them.
I can inspire you with a song.
That might be nice.
All
I don't get to
right.
listen to a whole lot of music. Goblin musicians are kind of awful, and that's better than most.
Happy birthday, blah blah.
Yep,
Jesus.
That's like a bad Morlock.
that sounds like a siren song compared to what I heard.
All right. So that means I could give him one more die 6 as like a bonus.
Yeah. Okay, so you sing him a little lockpicking ditty?
Okay. Sure.
We need to hear lyrics.
Lockpicking ditty. Let's see. Not like that.
Ring the whisper the
Walk
wicked.
in the door, let us see what lies beyond.
Okay, he really does actually get quite motivated, and the after maybe about 10 seconds, the lock just pops right off.
Woohoo!
Oh no! Hey, what? Yeah!
That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Such a torrent of emotions.
I'm very proud of you on this day.
Okay, so you guys are piled out in front of the door. It's the lock's off, but the door is heavy as shit. The Skitter can't get it open.
Did we knock?
right.
I don't remember if I knocked.
You knocked
Okay. Let's
just a
open.
while ago. Okay,
Yeah.
so you open the door, no problem. It's big and heavy. Okay, so Bird, seeing as you are the one that did it, you enter a room and it's just entirely filled with boxes. Move back. You can't move. It's just boxes.
All right.
There's maybe room for Skitter in there. Skitter joins you because he doesn't want to be out of line of sight. He's like, wow, this is small for even me. He like kind of
I don't
squishes
get it.
himself in further.
Is
Kind of
door?
cozy, actually.
Oh. All right. I go up and open box directly in front of me.
Okay, give me a second. Let me figure out. This is the okay. So
This box.
so roll an investigate check.
Right.
Okay. You find some goodies. Let's see if Skitter's any good at this. He's gonna help. Okay. So between the two
Jeez.
of you, yeah. I did not
Jeez.
realize. Yeah, he's got a very high intelligence. Just his
You
wisdom
said
is
he was
shit.
stupid earlier.
His wisdom is shit.
Oh, okay. He's not.
Wait,
he's
so
book smart.
intelligence-
He's terrible.
He's got an intelligence of
Versus
18, but a
wisdom.
wisdom of 7.
Oh Jesus!
He's a bit imbalanced of a person.
I'm
Okay.
like, can you help me with math homework? And he answered yes. And I'm like, can you help me with girl? And he's like, no.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So, let's see. I did change you guys over, right? Yeah, you guys are looking this fine. Okay, so inside the room, you guys pretty much clear it out. There's a lot of crates to go through, so it takes a little while. And Shell and Keith are kind of on the outside. You guys
Peering in.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take them a while. There's a lot of boxes to go through, so if you guys want to discuss anything or do anything else, feel free to.
Hey, everyone else
Hour,
disappeared.
yes? How much time? Well, that's because we're on interior.
It doesn't
Oh,
take
we added
it doesn't
a new
take an
room.
hour, and in fact, Bird, after going through a lot of things, well, okay, Shell, Keith, are you guys gonna do anything, or are you just watching them work?
Do we want to head towards, like, maybe investigate the inn while they rummage through the boxes?
Liz? Answer, lady.
Was that in character or out of character?
No, that's in, I can say it, or in character. While they empty this room of its overflowing goods, perhaps we should investigate the inn before your master finishes his ritual.
I could use a break from wet dog.
I heard it.
I'm leaving.
Bye.
Oh, I guess I haven't moved over Chieftain Blight
Oh,
Claw
crap.
and whatnot.
I keep trying to move
Yeah.
my character and accidentally panning the screen.
Yeah, so the chieftain and the other lizard folk are still there. I just haven't moved them over because it's a pain in the butt. Anyway, so you guys are free to explore. It's gonna take a little bit to get going. So where are you guys headed?
We're heading towards the inn.
Okay.
One of the few buildings that we have not investigated.
Let me find the inn. Inn. Write some notes on the inn, right? Be pretty hilarious if it didn't. Well, that's okay. I know what's inside of it anyway. Yeah, I guess I never actually made a note of what's inside the inn.
I barge inside.
Okay, so you barge inside, and the inn is.
Why did it not close?
The inn is actually completely empty. There's nobody in the front room.
It's
And
literally a
it
giant
looks-
cube of emptiness.
Okay, so I've drawn like kind of the front like desk and the
deck,
table.
yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's in like ruins. This building has seen much better days.
Anything behind the counter?
You want to roll a search check?
Sure. Would that also be
It's investigate. It's always
investigation?
investigate.
Let's investigate.
Okay.
Okay.
Investigate.
Okay,
I
so
didn't get as much.
Keith, you're investigating. You find let me roll. You find 100 gold pieces actually in a lockbox. It's not locked, or more per se, the lock rusted out. But there's 100 gold shiny coins right there and waiting for you.
Well, I'm absolutely pocketing that.
Okay. And you find a ledger, actually. And the ledger is partially readable. And after skimming through it, you realize this is actually a transaction note between the innkeeper and a guy named Burke about services rendered, and it's very intentionally vague. You want to roll a wisdom check to see if you get what he's talking about?
And this is only Drez. So
Okay, so as far as you can tell, they seem to have been having illicit relations, probably at Burke's place. And
Oh,
if you could blush,
dang.
you would, but you can't, and you're not really sure if you want to read this ledger anymore.
I thought it was
I noticed
dirty
him
ledger.
blushing
I
through
didn't
his
realize
scales.
It was dirty ledger.
what is that you have there?
I think it's Atlantis porn.
What? Not that would be up my alley, given that I'm a Triton. But no.
up someone's alley,
Never dare
deep.
look at that. What? What? Here,
I
let me take
wouldn't
a look
worry
at that.
about it.
I snatch it from him.
Okay. So, Shell, you're
She
going to
wants
read
the
over it.
smut for herself.
Make a whiz check.
Okay, wisdom. Let's see. Oh, just a regular wisdom check? All right. Please, yeah.
Okay, so
He's
Shell,
on down the road.
you're not really sure what made Keith so
So flustered.
yeah, so flustered. This is a ledger describing human trafficking between the innkeeper, the shopkeeper, whose name apparently was Burke, and the people that they were bringing in and out of the city via their underground tunnels.
That madman, the one with only one eye, and well, I mean, he did lose all his guts through the intimidation of our friend Greg as a lich through disguise that I provided. Just reminding everyone if they hadn't seen the last episode.
How do we know that it's human trafficking, racist GM?
Well, I mean, it was multiracial trafficking, but they were they were moving
Ethnically diverse trafficking.
they were taking people as slaves out of the slums and selling them for high profit. However, you do find one last entry that was actually a reverse transaction. They were smuggling someone into the city, and their name was Torian, Torian. Shit. And he paid quite a lot more than anybody else.
Wait.
And that was it.
They paid a lot for Torian, or Torian?
The numbers look weird. The ledger was not designed for what seems to have been a paid escort into the city or something.
I love that I've done almost no checks so far, and I've already done a critical success and a critical fail.
Oh, that was a critical failure. Yeah, I just saw the 6 and I'm like, well, he really doesn't get what's on this ledger.
It's framed in green for critical hit and critical misses.
I should have
red.
been paying attention.
All
yeah.
right.
You gave really good
those
answer, Estelle.
Those chambers below must have where they've kept the poor prisoners. Why would there be slavery in this town? Amongst the humans?
You have history, right?
Yes, I do have knowledge.
Okay,
History.
roll a history check.
Okay. Let's see. History. Please.
No, you don't know.
Perhaps your chieftain would know more. He seemed informed about this area. I pocket the ledger, I suppose. Maybe he even knows who this Torian is.
What other entrances and stuff are there around here?
Okay, so do you see the little doors? They're the ones that kind of stick out of the wall. So, sorry, my eventually this will make more sense. So, I'm gonna just draw. So this door leads to a staircase that goes up, and the other goes to the kitchen, which Shell has now entered into. It smells bad in there.
Ew.
I'm going to check
Why? Because of all the
upstairs.
rotting food?
Okay, so Shell, roll an investigation check. We'll deal with you first. Yeah, you guys have wildly split up. Okay, so
Can I re-roll my hit using one of my bardic inspiration die?
as you go through, it's too late now.
Oh.
Also, you have to actually be inspired by bardic inspiration to get it. You could waste your 1 inspiration die that I gave to you, but anyway,
That's her secret. She's always inspired.
you find the chef. He was passed out in his pot, and
Did he die that way?
oh yeah, he looks pretty bad. He looks partially cooked, but
Ew.
mobile because he
Oh.
just took a swing at you with a cleaver.
Ah!
So roll.
Can I dodge?
Well, he missed you, so
Oh.
you can't dodge. We're not unless you ready that beforehand. There's no dodgery in this. However, he missed you, so roll for initiative.
All right.
And Keith, you can roll a perception check to see if you hear.
Okay, initiative.
Come on, critical fail.
Eh.
Where is it? There it is.
Okay, so Keith, you do hear the noises from downstairs. It's not that it was pretty quiet, and Shell did go like, ah!
Watch your step.
So anyway, Shell, you go first. The chef is coming at you with a cleaver. There's not a whole lot of room to maneuver.
All right. Well, I will stab him with my rapier.
Okay, roll to stab.
Okay. Attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you skewer him. He's not dead, but you skewer him, and then you rip your sword out, and like
And I look at the blade and I go, not well done enough.
his torso just kind of flops
Whoa.
over sideways, and you can see like cross section of Chef, but he's still coming at you at a very odd angle. Oh yeah, I should probably put an enemy icon down. Sorry, I'm in storytelling
I
mode.
was trying to make a joke about him cooking
Yeah.
in his own pot.
Yeah,
Got it.
no, we got the joke.
We got it.
Oh, okay.
It's just one of the most morbid things you've ever said.
Just wait, she gets worse.
Hey!
What are you
just
saying?
seeing if it works.
Some kind of
So
medium?
Keith, you've rolled to attack, but you
No,
have
I
to
was
come
just
into
seeing
the
if it
room.
worked.
Oh, well, it works. See, the attacks and skill checks seem to work. Just everything else is kind of busted.
How is he attacking from the stair?
I was
He's
just seeing
not.
if it worked.
He's just messing around.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so the chef is going to attempt to make an attack. Unfortunately, it's doing that thing again where it's just saying rolling the dice forever.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, that's okay. I've got a spare die roller. And he misses you again with either roll. So you're good to take another roll. He's not accurate at this point.
Okay, well then I will attack him again.
Okay.
That wasn't quite
And
as good.
you fling your rapier past him.
Hey!
It is now sitting nicely in the pot.
My beautiful new
Cooking with
rapier.
Shell. Episode 1. The fine fine cooking of weaponry.
Wait, but the fire would have
So
long
Keith,
extinguished.
it's
I know
your
how to boil
turn.
knives.
Are you staying upstairs or are you coming down to investigate?
So what are the sounds so far? Because I mostly just heard
you
her
heard-
scream, right?
You
just heard
heard
a scream.
Ha!
as-
a
Shunk.
scream, and
Shunk.
then a shunk, and then a really bad joke.
and then a sploosh.
Yeah, and then a sploosh, and then another like, ah!
She's fine. She's
Okay.
fine.
Well, Chef is going to take another swing at you and misses.
Okay. I am going to chuck my dagger.
You miss.
Nah.
He misses.
this is
Your dagger lands in the pot.
terrible.
Oh no.
Okay, at this point, I have nothing but music to to save me now. I will use dissonant whispers. You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature can hear. Racked with a terrible pain, they must make a wisdom save. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage. I must immediately use its reaction.
What's the DC? Proficiency plus your charisma stat?
My charisma stat's 3.
Okay, it fails.
You have a strength modifier of 4?
Wait, this fails?
No.
It's what?
He fails the check.
Oh, he fails.
So how much damage?
3d6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
powerful.
Very strong.
That is very strong.
You
for...
suck.
Okay, roll your damage.
Okay. I do that here. Da-da-da.
What do you say to him? What are you whispering?
Well, it's a discordant whisper. So it will be, let's see. Parish corpulent chef. I don't know.
Okay.
A discordant whisper.
How do you whisper?
Okay, so roll your damage.
Okay. It's 3d6. Roll.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, his head pops. He falls over.
Jesus.
There's now dead chef. I mean, he's ripe. Everybody in this city is ripe, so they're gonna die in pretty horrifying ways. But yeah, so you got dead partial sashimi chef
Ew.
on the floor.
I
No,
grab.
that's what I call fine dying.
I grab my.
Give her high fives to
Don't go
you.
stealing jokes from your own chat, Bird.
But it was good time.
I grab my rapier and my dagger from the boiling pot of water. And
Well, it's not boiling.
Okay,
It
well,
hasn't boiled
the
for
still
quite
water.
some time.
And seeing
It's-
as how they
it's
need to be
gross.
dried, I wipe them off on his apron and leave the room.
You're not sure if that actually cleaned them off or not, but they're dry now. Okay, so
Well,
Keith.
actually, there was nothing more to look at, right?
No, there's nothing else in the room.
I'm just like, sheesh.
Okay, so we're going
I
upstairs
give this
again.
in 0 stars.
Okay, so Keith, you have a little while. Shall I assume
The
you're coming to
Dungeons
join
and
Keith?
Dragons Michelin stars.
Okay, so Keith, you got a moment or two upstairs before Shell presumably joins you.
Yeah.
So you
I
have
just like
entered
the
into
idea
this
of her
room.
making a commotion and me being like, "Watch your step," as if it's just nothing happening.
That's very lizard of you. Yeah, I said it.
Okay.
What you gonna do?
So you were in this. You come upstairs onto a room, a small room. It's got like a table and some stuff, and 3 doors that are closed.
We need to try a door then.
Okay.
Let's do an investigate check, or to see if there's any weird tracks or whatever.
Okay.
After I actually find no.
Okay. So from what you can tell, people have had Burke and the innkeeper Joe have had their dirty tracks all over this shop. You can tell, they've been through here.
Their love is sacred.
Yeah.
Did I kill Joe?
Yeah. You just killed Joe.
Great.
Does this make a difference to you?
Well, after reading that ledger, justice, even after they've already paid the price once, they'll die twice.
Okay, so what do you want? Door 1, 2, or 3?
Let's try door number middle.
Okay, so you enter into the room.
Specifically, not knocking on it.
Okay, so you can now see your way into the room, and you get in there. So there's a desk, a bed that pretty much the sheets are covered in mold, filth, and you're not sure what else. And it looks bad.
And for,
Like
for the sake of
the water's
dramatic
rushed through
lighting,
here.
I will conjure flame.
Okay,
And
so
hopefully not
it is
combust.
it is nicely well lit, and
probably,
you
like,
can
'cause we're probably-
you can look around.
Because I assume we're like darkly in like the shitty second floor of an underground building.
Yeah. Well, it didn't used to be underground. It's kind of
Yeah.
like there's I mean, have you ever seen like pictures of like sinkholes?
Oh yeah, basically my
Yeah,
worst
so-
nightmare.
So the whole city is that sinkhole. It's at the bottom of one of those.
It's like if you
And
take
it's
scissors in a catalog of a city and you cut it out, except for real.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what happened here. It looks bad. But so you can look around. So it you want to roll an investigation check, seeing as I assume you're looking
Let's take
around.
a look around.
Okay, so you don't find too much. It looks like this used to be a room, a decently comfortable looking room in an inn, of course, and people presumably slept here a lot. The bed looks kind of shitty. Joe probably was not the best innkeeper, but compared to some of the things you've slept on, it's passable.
Looking
Not
at that
now,
bed,
though.
I think that was Joe's moneymaker.
I'm gonna start just taking away inspiration points for these. You're gonna go into the negatives.
You're the one that invented what I interpret from the tome.
You're right. I
It's
started
literally your fault.
it. Okay. So,
I'm going to try the door on the left since this place
okay.
doesn't seem to have
So door
anything
number
in
one.
it.
So, as you do, Shell comes up the stairs. She looks flustered and dirty, but otherwise
Told you to
totally
watch
fine.
your step.
But you didn't hear me like skewering that guy downstairs?
What does that sound like?
I don't know what manner you're alluding to, but the chef, the innkeeper, was undead back in the kitchen and attacked me. Though, quite frankly, he was terrible. He just couldn't even land a hit. And I leave out the part where I couldn't land any hits either. But I was able to.
I mean, you want to share horror
vanquish him.
stories? That place we slept in was full of monsters that none of us noticed the entire time. So that was my fun
really?
surprise.
Ouch! And how did you escape that?
I ran.
Good choice.
I mean,
Never
I
good
made
to
an
be
incredibly
outnumbered.
awesome lightning explosion and then ran.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, because I'm awesome.
Well, I made the chef's head explode downstairs with my voice.
That sounds not accurate. And I wasn't there, and there was no witnesses. So I assume you're making this up to try to be badass because you're a bard.
Well, I don't have to believe. Wait. So you're saying that there's more merit in your claim that you made an awesome thunderwave versus the fact that I could dissonant whisper someone's head off?
Yeah, because you guys saw that before.
Ah, that's true.
I've done that with witnesses. But you're like, I could blow
you're
people's
one of
brains
them.
up with my mind.
Well, you'll see. Or I should say, hear. But wait, no, that wouldn't be right because only the intended victim can hear me.
I like to think that she just like continued that whole train of thought out loud.
It's just like really awkwardly like bumbling through like threat compliments.
Okay, so
Alright.
Clements.
So now are you gonna bring me upstairs?
yeah,
or
you're
you-
upstairs.
Okay, because I don't see you upstairs.
Have I not dragged you guys? You guys got to tell me.
Oh, there's an
if you-
upstairs? I
Yeah,
thought you
there
just
we go.
didn't draw one.
No. I've drawn them.
I was peeking at Wander's screen, so I knew
totally
that
thought
it
you didn't draw
existed.
one.
Sorry, so it's really hard for me to remember that I have to like actively drag you from screen to screen. It's annoying.
Okay, so after
I was like, there's 3 doors. I can keep track of this.
Yeah.
after our verbal jousting match, I decide to go to door number 3.
Okay, so you pop open the door, and somebody laid this room out like an idiot, and put the door right in front of the
Wasn't
bed
me.
right in front of the door.
Okay.
So you got maybe like a foot of clearance before you immediately are standing at the foot of a bed, and there's somebody sleeping there.
Someone who's alive?
No,
Oh.
somebody who's dead. It
Somebody's
starts to
been sleeping
move.
in my bed. Oh, he did.
Someone who's alive? No.
Smells bad.
I shut the door
Okay.
and
I don't want to be rude.
I shut the door and let's see, what can I do? I create a minor illusion that looks like me but isn't quite me, and I hide on the other side of the door.
Okay. You wait. Keith, what are you gonna do?
So this is awkward because I originally went through that door.
Wait, he went through door number 3?
No, you went through door number 2.
Well, because I came from the middle door, I was like, let's try the one on the left, and then you're like, Shell
You were
did all
about
this
to.
now.
You were about to, and then Shell showed up, and then you had your little tiff. So
What are you doing?
Someone there, but I think it might be another undead. I'm just waiting for it to get out into the open because there's no way we're fighting in such close quarters in that room.
Was it like big and scary and have like 5,000 teeth, or is it just an undead?
Just an undead, but when you only have a foot betwixt the door and the creature, it's better to let it come to you.
I'm gonna stab it.
Also, but you're standing right in my illusion.
I mean, I can tell which one's you, I think. Or this is really awkward.
And that's how they fell in love.
okay. So Keith, you're opening up the door.
Yeah, I'm like, confined spaces and pikes. This is perfect.
Okay. Let me reveal the map. You find a dude in bed. Doesn't look like he got very far.
Is it your chieftain?
He seems to be wildly confused about the multi-headed fish lizard person standing in front of him.
That sounds like his problem. So is he like clearly like entrails out or something fucked up, like where he's like,
The smell, he smells like the other undead. It smells like he's been in here for a while. Like maybe the water didn't get to him, but something else did. But I mean, he's missing bits. You can see
is he
straight through.
reacting?
He's struggling out of bed, and it looks like opening the door is the trigger to get him up.
He's programmed in C+. I'm just gonna stab him.
Okay, go for it.
I have a pike. If I can find where the button is. Where'd you hide?
You have to fill it in manually if you haven't.
I have a weapon equipped, but I can't. Oh, there it is. There's a very long spreadsheet.
Okay. Well, he's now staked to the bed, not moving anymore.
I searched the room.
Okay, so you find 12 gold pieces and some boots that don't fit you.
In the meantime, I peer in the door and sigh. Clearly I should have just been more aggressive there. Oh well.
Violence is answer. Captain Bug.
Okay, so are you...
I'm making it towards door number 1.
Okay, so you make it towards door number 1. Are you opening the door?
Yes, but I shall knock.
Okay, you knock. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We have the
Good
weirdest
call.
quirks at this point.
High or low, Shell?
Low.
Okay. There's an answer. It sounds something like...
Not again. Not again. Okay.
Are
I
you
am
gonna do another
going to-
illusion?
No, I already used up my illusion for the day. So
Was it worth it? Satisfying?
No, because you kind of ruined it.
It's still there. It's
I,
just
like,
a shell
push it
waiting
over here?
forever for the zombie that will never come.
Okay. No, I do not believe I can relocate it
Okay, get rid of
easily.
these numbers.
Also, it only lasts 1 minute, so by now it should have dissipated.
No, I mean, this has happened fairly quick. It also seems to be lasting longer, just to spite you, maybe.
Okay, well, can I, like, shift it through the door?
No.
Oh, okay. Well-
It's gone.
Okay, it's gone. Well, I fling open the door.
Okay,
I-
there's a dude there. What
I
are you
will
doing?
not stand for showing signs of cowardice any longer. All right.
So you throw open the door and you walk in?
Well, I stab him.
Okay.
my rapier.
Low or high?
Hi.
Okay, go for it. And yep, he's dead.
Yes! Awesome. And now, what did he look like?
He looked human, kind of portly. Looked like he was a traveler, possibly like a merchant.
Anything on him that
Yes.
would
Just
perhaps
pictures
tell
of his
more?
loving family and a dog. Turns out he was
I
still
mean-
alive.
Those have rotted away, but his gold pieces haven't.
Okay. Well,
So you find 30 gold pieces
okay, I'll take the gold.
and a really nice looking belt.
Belts?
It's not magic. It's a nice belt.
Huh. Well, maybe the Tabaxi Merchant Guild will like the belt. Perhaps
There's
it's
boots
a
in the other room if you want to
decent-
finish your dead people costume.
No, thank you. I'm pretty sure people do not like having boots secondhand. I mean, they contour to one's souls, and I mean, because the Tabaxi Merchant Guild sells to a number of sentient races, I do not believe that those particular shoes will match the majority of our clientele. A belt, however, is quite universal.
You've never seen piles of secondhand boots? You haven't gotten very far yet.
Hey, I don't even know if you're wearing boots. Don't you have claws down there?
Don't you have eyes up there?
Stop being adorable.
Okay, whatever.
kiss.
I'm just implying that her character probably isn't super worldly and exposed to dark things if she hasn't encountered context of like piles of boots.
Is that like
Yeah, we
the
got
Holocaust
Yeah, that's a
again?
Holocaust reference.
Okay.
You
I
guys
checked
saw it in
the,
Little Nightmares.
the desk. Oh yeah, that was in the Little Nightmares as well. So is this a bureau or a dresser?
It is a dresser. Are you searching the dresser?
Yes. And
Okay,
what
you
is-
find another 40 gold pieces. This guy was loaded
Ooh.
for merchant standards. Well, I don't know, dead
wonder
people
if-
standards.
I wonder if it was his intent to buy one of the poor beings that perished below. Oh.
Judging by the ledger, that's not true. They were smuggled out.
Oh, wait. The people were smuggled out?
Yeah, out of the city.
Well, perhaps
They were going elsewhere.
Perhaps they were spared at least this grisly fate.
Meanwhile, I'm wandering off downstairs, smugly self-assured that she's definitely not finding anything.
Okay, what? Now I have
Okay.
70 gold pieces. That's decent.
Okay, you got 70 gold pieces, and there's that. I don't think there's
Well, I'd
anything
also
else.
gotten another some gold pieces from the other chest.
30. You need to be writing. Oh, you mean earlier? You need to write these down because I'm not.
You kept taking all of my pads, claiming that they were
You
your
take
pads.
my pads and then you claim them for yourself, and then you get pissy when I take them back.
Okay, well, I'll grab a notepad. Why don't you go back to Bird? Bird is probably bored
Okay,
out of his
so
mind.
Bird. You and Skitter, yeah. Meanwhile, Bird and Keith, not Bird and Keith, Bird and Skitter have been busy finding tons of shit.
You need to change map.
Did I? I thought I did.
No. Yes.
Oh, yep. I changed map. You guys, on the other hand, now you can see. So you guys are still in the in the warehouse. You guys have actually found some pretty good shit. So you found two rations. Skitter eats one. He hasn't eaten in a while. So you find one ration.
Oh, I would have offered him a ration had he asked for one.
He's kind of more of a finders keepers, not a ask the people that could kill him at any moment kind of thing. You, Bird, find a really fancy looking shield. Like it looks nice.
Okay.
It has +3 AC instead of just +1.
Very nice.
Let's see. You find out, actually, the torches on the wall that I didn't describe at the time. So this is actually one of the only lit rooms in the entire area, and they were still burning. And Skitter figured out that they don't put off any heat, so they're ever burning torches. They don't go out. And like you can dunk them in water, and as soon as you bring them back up, they will light back up again, and you can just use them as long as you want. You find a treasure map. And lastly, once again, you find a secret switch, and you and Skitter are trying to figure out what to do with it. You can press it, or you can not. Skitter's leaving it up to you.
Very interesting. Well, I guess I should look around and see if I can follow, like, wire from switch or something.
So, you two continue looking with your high rolls, and you find that the switch leads to a false wall behind a bunch of crates. So at the far end of the room from where you are currently standing. You've destroyed most of the boxes, to be totally honest, so you can kind of freely move around now. It's just kind of...
I flipped the switch!
Okay, you flip the switch. I'm actually gonna... Let me see if I can find this. Lake District, secrets.
What the hell is that? Oh,
room.
Jesus! That went from small to big. What the hell is going on?
Reality warp before I.
So there we go. So unfortunately, I can't just flop down map tiles whenever I feel like it. So I've got to...
From my perspective, it didn't gradually grow big, large. It was small, then big. It was up, then down. It just like the teleport all over.
Okay. Anyway, so there is... so the door slides open automatically. It looks like this was the Mariners Guild secret cache. And there are...
Nice.
Crates. Actually looks like there's probably more to this room than you can see. Unfortunately, there's a ton of mud and water on one end, and so you see a bunch of treasure chests and a bunch of crates and whatever. And there's also a man standing there looking at you. He looks very unhappy, to be totally honest. In fact, roll for initiative because
Is he alive?
no. So do you guys remember what the crew kind of looked like in Pirates of the Caribbean when they were like the Davy Jones locker crew or whatever they were, where they had like barnacles and shit? Yeah, so he looks like that. He looks a bit higher class than the things you've been dealing with so far.
When you said unhappy, I thought you meant like gray skies are going to clear up. Put on happy face.
No, he looks more like going to perforate your liver next time he gets the chance.
That's my third favorite organ. You will not perforate.
Okay, so roll for initiative if you have
I
not.
did this 15.
You already did. Okay.
Let me guess. The first two are your heart and your stomach, right?
How did you know?
No. Well,
Oh no.
Skitter is not here with you, so you are in this room. Unfortunately, it's not under the grid, but that's okay. You can still move based on grid, and he is going to be
that was a
light blue.
It's
one,
okay. Skitter would probably die. No offense.
Okay.
No offense, Skitter.
And then, boop. Okay, so that's the other guy's initiative. So you go first.
All right, Kelkovic. How about you say hello to Morningstar? I roll for a tick. And I hit with one hand, hopefully.
Okay.
And I don't remember where weapon slot is. There it is. Hello!
Okay, so you actually miss. So he's wearing armor, and so your Morning Star more or less has got a longsword, a shield, and armor probably comparable to yours, but effectively just clangs off of his upraised shield. He's ready for you. This guy is raring to go. And he's going to strike back. And he hits. No,
Really?
I'm not adding the bonuses. I've got them in my head because I don't want to type it out. I can just roll the 1d20 and then just math.
I just got no shield though. Does that make difference?
No, he just barely hits you, but he does hit you for a lot. You take 10 damage. It's bad. You're alive,
All right.
but it's bad. Okay, and Skitter, realizing that shit's going on, comes in, sees you've taken damage, and he immediately just tosses a healing potion at you in kind of like a splash motion, so you get 2 HP. Well, I helped.
Don't ever feel bad.
Okay.
Now, are we? Is this happening while we're
So,
investigating the inn, or will we
So
come in
Birds,
tail
you
end?
get one more action. Keith and Shell, I assume you guys are. You said you were coming back for the warehouse. Okay, so you've got one more round before you show up. So Bird, it's your turn. Good luck.
My name is Greg. I don't know. I do regular attack. Oh shit.
Well, you tried. All right, and the guy's going to reciprocate and miss. All right, and then not Shiv, freaking Skitter. Sorry, Skitter's gonna shiv the guy.
He has a character named Shiv in another thing that he's working on. So.
And Skitter does 6 damage to the guy. I think it's 6, right? Yeah, it's 6. Okay. So Bird, it is your turn. Shell and Keith, you guys have entered the warehouse. You heard the noises of combat. So you guys get to roll for initiative at the very least.
Okay.
We got back fast.
Well,
We only skewered a couple of
It took them a long time to
level-
go through the entire warehouse. There's a lot of stuff to break and sort through.
Oh, no tokens are selected.
Yeah, you have to select your character.
Oh, there we
token.
go.
Yep.
Boop. Nah.
Okay. Oh, I don't remember what it was. Oh, right. Okay. Keith? Unless you're taking the apathetic approach, at which point we don't have to worry about it.
A d20 plus your dex?
Yes, d20 plus dex.
So I don't trust this thing anymore.
Okay, 12. Okay, so Bird, Keith, and Shell, you guys get to go. So you guys...
I would like to reiterate previous point. My name Greg. I attack.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
so
Oh, shit.
Shell and Keith, you guys see Greg. He is bleeding badly. He has been stabbed.
Oh, no.
He's going strong, but he's bleeding strong too. And there's a angry looking dude. He looks pretty swashbucklery. He's got the tricorn hat that's kind of rotten away a little bit, and he's got barnacles growing on his face, but he looks raring to go. And then there's also Skitter, who seems to be helping.
Wow,
So
you
Bird-
just downplayed that good accomplishment.
Okay. So it's Keith's turn, right?
No, it goes Bird and then Keith and then Shell, but
Oh,
you
sorry,
guys
yeah.
you guys can kind of figure out your actions. But yeah, so Bird, it's your turn first.
Oh, I thought he attacked.
I attempted to attack and I miss.
No, that was earlier.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey-oh.
Yay.
You hit the
That's
thing. You
critical.
hit him. He no, that's not a critical. That was
Oh, that's just on the
It's
dim.
just
you rolled a
it's
13,
green.
but you just you're really accurate with that Morning Star. Anyway, so you hit him and he stumbles. He is just about as wounded as you are at this point. He's looking bad. Anyway, so Keith, it's your turn.
Well, my hand's full, so I'm going to throw a fireball.
Okay.
Take stuff out of hand before you throw fireball. Jeez.
No, that is the.
Otherwise, you just throw a burning book.
So I'm throwing, so it's got to be a dex throw, right?
Yeah. Might actually be a wisdom. I don't. It's a spell strike, right? I'll look it up.
Getting confused by my own spells.
Okay. Control flames.
It's a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, so that would be with your wisdom. So plus
Okay.
5, I believe.
Because it's plus your proficiency and plus your wisdom multiplier?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. That's why Bird is so accurate.
God.
Anyway, you do not hit him.
Oh,
Shell?
God.
Okay, I will use vicious
I had every
mockery.
possible help.
So I unleash a string of insults. If target can hear you, it must succeed a wisdom saving throw and take 1d4 or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
Okay, well, he fails.
Okay, I shall say, you buffoonish barnacled buccaneer! How dare you harm Greg? And
Ouch.
yes.
Okay, so he takes damage or just a disadvantage?
1d4 psychic damage.
Okay. Hit him with the psychic.
Okay, please don't fail me. Let's see, 1d4. Go! Ah!
He might have a headache. Maybe.
Whoa.
Like he's
Oh,
kind of on
no.
that like he's on that level of just, like maybe I could take one ibuprofen or I could just tough it out and maybe
Well,
go take a nap.
He has a disadvantage on his next attacks roll.
Yeah. So you've got him. He's got the disadvantage, which is super helpful because he is going to take a swing at Bird and miss. Well, I don't even need to roll twice for that.
Everyone's
and then
great at
Skitter's going to
rolling
help.
today.
And then Skitter's not going to help. Okay, Bird, it's your turn again.
I hit.
You do hit. And he is on his last legs. He takes a knee, but he's still standing. He is pushing
That
through.
doesn't make sense. How he do both?
I mean, he's standing with one leg and then he's taking a knee on the other. Or wait, no, I don't know how this works. Shit, he's just looking bad.
T-bow. I see.
Yeah, he is T-bowing hard, but it's
How
not
in the world does he have a +8 multiplier or a modifier?
to
Seems
damage.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
why I was wondering if we should have done
actually.
the buy
Yeah, I'm not
system.
really sure where you're getting the +8 damage, Bird. Holy, wait, what?
Isn't that on my character sheet?
Bird, under weapons, what did you write down?
I have 1d8 +8. I can look on character sheet again, but I'm pretty sure I've had +8.
Because
That's his
you
minimum
have
damage roll
you
right
have
now.
you should have a +7 to hit and a +5 to damage.
What the hell?
So that's why Bird's been pulping people. Well, time for a mid-game nerf.
I felt a little outclassed.
I felt a little bit outclassed.
I have on my sheet 1d8 shit, it says +5.
That's because you were two-handing stuff.
He literally has not used his other voice
wait.
this entire session.
He hasn't. Yeah,
It is
Bird,
+5.
yeah. Okay, so he suddenly the captain realizes that
It
Greg's
actually
maybe
didn't
not as
work so
threatening or as damaging, and he kind of gets back up. He's still looking pretty bad, but he's got good.
This bugbear's playing head games.
bad. He's got the
Yeah.
6 HP back.
Yeah, he's got 6 HP back, and
Actually, this is the first time I fought anything this entire session, at least. So
yeah,
there's that.
yeah, you're good. You two-handed it last time, but that's where the number discrepancy was coming
Right,
from.
right.
So
Okay.
Keith, it's
Yeah.
your turn.
I'm so far away.
Oh, I mean, you can keep casting Control Flame as much as you want,
Yeah. Let's see.
or your longbow, or your spear.
Yeah, I'm probably just
try
gonna
and
throw another
have-
fireball at it, honestly.
Okay, yeah.
I like being over
generally,
here and not covered in bad things.
Yep. Generally, combat, it's a good idea to have these actions known ahead of time. even the roll set up just for speed. Anyway, so roll. And also, if you don't want to type it out every time, you can just press up, which is super handy. Anyway, you do hit him with fire. Roll damage.
Yeah, the problem with I can't press up because I'm alternating between different inputs.
Oh, okay. I've just been using Roll20 and then figuring it out myself.
Yeah, but we're rolling damage.
Yeah. Well, then I just keep pressing up a couple of times, so I've got 1 die 4, 1 die 8, 1 die 6, all kind of saved up in here. Okay, so it's just 5 damage. All right. Well, you've redone the damage that.
He become Tim Tebow again.
It is no longer psychosomatic.
Shell, it's your turn.
Okay. I will. Actually, I'll stay here-ish and throw my dagger at him.
Okay.
Let's see. Weapons.
All right, you do not hit.
What? With a 15?
He's actually about as well armored as Bird, slightly less because he doesn't have the fancy shield. And he's going to take a whiff at Bird and whiffs it. Surprise! And Skitter is going to whiff. There's a lot of whiffing going on. Bird, it's your turn again.
I'm just imagining everyone flailing at each other and not making
like
any
the slap
contact.
fight. There's like
It's
maybe
a
a bit
bunch
of
of
like
5-year-olds fighting.
It just looks like episode 3 when Anakin and Obi-Wan are just spinning their swords for some reason and not fighting.
That was when they were having their epic battle on Mustafar, and there was like flinging it around. Yeah.
All right.
I will show you, Lucifer. Later.
And
At later date.
Greg whiffs it too.
He has
Keith,
busy
it is
signal
your
right
turn.
You
Can
guys are
you?
really nailing it right now.
Can you? No.
No.
No, you can't.
At this point, I assume Skitter is just sort of backed out. Or
All
is he
right,
still-
Shell, it's your turn. No,
Okay.
Skitter's there. He's just been missing for a while too. Like
I'm gonna stab him.
Nope,
no!
you miss.
No!
All
I
right,
like to whiff it. Whiff it.
He's going to
good.
miss Bird.
I'm gonna hit you with my fireball.
And then
no,
Skitter's
I've got
gonna
a
stab
force
him,
field and
finally.
super armor.
How many bardic inspirations can we
Okay.
use in a day? Because I think we need better
All
accuracy.
right. Well, Skitter guts the guy, and he falls over.
Yay, Skitter! Look, you did it.
I'm gonna hit him in the face.
Skitter.
You succeeded where we could
Who
not.
are you hitting in the face, Skitter or the dude?
No, the dude.
Okay, so Skitter stands triumphantly over the guy as your morning star comes sweeping down at him. He flings himself backwards, screeching, and you pulp the dead dude.
I
Skitter's
did it.
Skitter is now kind of like squelched down into the pile of mud.
Aw.
He's still looking triumphant, but also scared as shit.
I am fucking epic.
I'm
Yay!
unimpressed. I knew it was Skitter that saved us
Who are
Okay.
you going
From our-
to believe?
from our own. Our own poor aim. Anything. I pick up my dagger,
Okay.
and I am.
You guys are standing over the pulped corpse of the Mariner Guild captain. You can see the crest clearly on his shoulder, and several other places he's got medals. This guy looks like
he
the kind
have
of guy
hit?
that showed off. No,
Not anymore.
no, he lost that in a very
It's a
recent.
shame.
We're not going to be identifying him
would-
with a
I
dental
take
record.
metal. I take metal and put it on armor.
Okay, there's actually a lot of metal, so it takes you a little while. But you are now, to anybody that would believe you, you are now a high admiral of whatever this city is called. I actually wrote down the name of the city, but I've totally forgotten it.
And I bet you haven't even been out on the open ocean, have you?
I landed in water earlier.
That doesn't quite count.
The water still hasn't recovered.
Well, are you some sort of doctor of waterology then?
I happened to spend the first 20-some years of my life living in the ocean depths, so...
Oh right,
yes.
I forget you salmon.
Actually, I'm not sure if I wrote down the name of this city.
Triton.
Well, we'll have to name it
Triton.
later. All right.
Triton is name of moon. Okay.
You mean Titan? That is a moon.
So,
Triton.
chat, I am open to naming
My
suggestions
fourth
for the
wall
city.
can't handle this.
All right. So, you guys, what do you guys do?
I'm going to inspect the room.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
'cause there are treasure
Keith enters the room and
chests.
inspects. So, roll an investigate check, Keith.
Triton is the largest natural satellite
Yay!
of the planet
Okay,
Neptune.
so Keith, you find yourself outside. You're not sure how this happened.
What? What happened?
He investigates wrong room.
Keith, you're in the inn. You're looking
And-
at a corpse. It's great.
I investigated the wrong planet.
How did this happen?
Am I on Triton right now?
You rolled a natural one. So you investigated some other room. Keith, you find some cutlery.
I roll for investigation of my own investigation.
Okay.
Are
Skitter
you
will-
your own investigative bureau? Investigating your
same.
investigation?
Okay. And Shell, what are you up to?
Let's see. Well, first I ponder, why would the High Admiral be in this place as opposed to, with the rest of his people? Unless he was just wanting to protect all this booty. And that brings my attentions to all the treasure chests on the side of the room.
Okay, I'm getting a lot of suggestions for the city, so I'm just going to pick one that I liked. Zagnoth. We're in Zagnoth.
Zagnoth.
I like saying Zagnoth. It's a dumb name, but I like it.
The flooded lands
Yeah, I
of
like
Zagnoth.
Well, yeah, now it is the flooded city of Zagnoth.
Jesus, that sounds believable.
Credit to Mystery Potato for that one.
Dagnoth. I don't know.
Okay.
What's going on with you?
Okay, so Shell, you roll. Wait, what are you up to, Shell?
I want to look at the chests.
Okay, so roll an investigate check.
Okay, investigate.
There's a lot of chests to go through, and honestly, there's a lot of broken shit too. So,
Woohoo!
oh, that's a natural 20. Okay, you find everything.
I find everything.
Yes, so you, Skitter, and Hello, that's interesting.
Huh.
I didn't know what that button was going to do.
Well, it now...
That's actually pretty useful to know.
I like this. Produce flame. Dres Blightclaw cantrip. Dres Blightclaw looks at the instructions for a spell. We don't know what it does,
Spell
we just know
description
Dres is
at
looking
higher
at it.
levels.
Okay, so you guys find in the secret cache, you find, oh shit, we've got more item submission, user submissions in. Okay, let's roll a die 10 here. Okay, you find 100 gold.
Woohoo!
You find 4 healing potions.
Woohoo!
You find a let's see. Oh, you already found the treasure map. I forgot about that. Okay, so you find 2 random items that I'm gonna have to pull from this list now.
Okay.
Okay, so you find a bag. It's a small bag. Probably could fit. Well, I guess it's not that small. Bird, you could fit your whole hand in there, probably. And it looks to be full of something. It kind of squishes. It's like super soft.
Oh.
And let's see, what else do you find? You also find a ring.
Ooh. A ring.
Yep.
And what does this ring look like?
Weirdly enough, it's a ring with like a pair of doors on it.
I want it.
Okay, actually, so let me describe this thing because holy shit, Caranthu has this really cool thing that you found. So this dull gold colored ring features a medallion inset with what appears to be a band of silver with raised bumps that suggest it can be turned.
Ooh.
And it seems to have like 2 settings. And
Is this a portal ring?
oh, when he says ring, it looks like it's actually like maybe a little bit bigger. Oh, no, it's a ring that you can like put on maybe or something like that. I don't know. It's not a ring you can put on. It's something you can hold.
Okay.
We'll go with that. But you can mess around with it, or you can try and identify it later, or now, or whatever.
See. I'll pocket it and
Okay.
attempt to identify it later.
Okay. See, so
And then there's the squishy bag.
yeah, there's the squishy bag.
Can I like poke a finger into the squish?
It squishes. It's kind of comfortable. You could probably use it as a pillow.
Ooh. For my dainty.
But it's also got like a drawstring. You could open this thing up. It's not just a pillow.
Okay, I right now images flood into my mind of deep sea horrors, things akin to face huggers that would like lash out at you. So I point the bag away from me as I
So
open
where
the
are you
drawstring.
pointing? Because
I'm pointing it at the wall.
okay, you pointed to the
Because
wall.
I'm not going to be pointing it at poor Skitter or Greg.
Okay, so you pointed to the wall and you open it up, and like a glob of kind of a greenish slime just plops onto the floor,
Oh no!
and then it kind of solidifies,
Don't tell me we found
and then it's
flubber.
just there. There's a little glob of ooze on the floor.
It doesn't move,
Nope,
right?
doesn't do shit.
Or dance.
Nope.
Or okay.
Or help you find true love.
So I poke it.
You poke the bag.
No, I have the bag.
Okay.
With the goo
So in the bag or on the floor?
on the floor.
Okay, it's hardened.
Interesting.
It's
But did the bag empty or is it still full?
it seems to have at least maybe a couple more globs worth.
Oh, how much did I empty onto the floor?
Like one glob out of, let's say about 10. You got about 10 uses on it, maybe?
Okay, 10 more globs. I think this has useful applications. I imagine devious ways to throw it in people's faces.
Okay.
Glue. Goop.
Okay. It tastes...
Lick it.
Bird, have you ever licked a stamp?
Yes.
It tastes like
obviously.
that.
I've sent a letter.
I mean... my mother
I
doesn't
pay
like...
my bills.
My mother doesn't like lickable stamps, so she buys the stickable kind.
Oh.
Yeah. She thinks they're
Mother
gross.
is communist.
Yes. Anyway, so that's what you find. Also on the dead angry guildmaster, he had splint mail, a regular shield, and a longsword.
Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever even seen a lickable stamp.
Actually,
They're all stickers.
Unless any of you guys stop him, Skitter grabs the longsword.
My grandfather was a very avid stamp collector, not sticker collector, stamp collector. So there's a lot of ancient stamps that's in my
I
family.
guess he actually can't do anything with the longsword. Okay, he leaves the longsword there.
Okay.
I begin my return trip generally baffled by my state of being.
Okay, so Keith, you come in just in time to see Bird on all fours licking some greenish slime on the ground.
I really expect nothing else at this point.
You barely know me.
I know enough.
Valid point.
Seriously, are you drunk?
I may have had 2 beer.
A few
rations,
fermented kobolds.
Just beer. Skitter does not look happy at that comment.
No. Kobolds, they are not beer. I look back at him and just act like he's the idiot for saying that. While I'm still on all fours, by the way.
Despite everything, he looks kind of sad. All right, so you guys have cleared out the Mariners Guild's secret cache.
Exasperation is the
Yay.
only emotion that remains.
Okay,
Ignore this.
you have
Let
two.
us go outside. What the hell are you doing?
Okay, so
I'm
you
figuring out
guys.
whether my spells work. The spell programming screen's really goddamn complicated.
Let's see.
It's
So
actually
you guys
a
come
nightmare.
outside, and one of the lizard folk is actually standing there waiting for you. So let's
Oh.
Let's switch this up back to the...
map.
Yep, switch back to the map. Luckily, your positions have not really changed. Anyway, so the lizard folk guy is there. And you can see Irtos standing there. And he's got a big old burning circle, magic-looking circle on the ground. And it's burning, he's burning. The crystal has turned a nice, like, cherry red-orange. And that's burning too. And the vines are starting to burn away.
Is he good burning or bad burning?
Well, you know your chieftain is a fire guy. So this is all good as far as you know. He's got dragon blood in his veins, and he does not.
Oh, so is he like a draconic sorcerer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like my last character.
Yes. So he is burning away the vines, and he's making it look nice. And as he does so, the ground around all of you guys starts to kind of shudder and rupture.
Oh no!
And trees, like vine tree things, start to erupt out of the ground. Sorry, I just need my keyboard shell and your headphone cords going over it. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So pretty soon, I don't have an easy way of drawing this. So I'm just gonna do it by freehand. But so that there's kind of that, and there's like that, and there's like that, and there's like that, and that. There's a lot of them. They're all over the place.
Shit.
Okay, but effectively, things don't seem particularly happy. The vines don't seem happy about being burnt, and as you stand there watching, I guess I would say a beautiful looking kind of elven woman steps out of how many are there? 6? Okay, so right next to you guys, a beautiful looking elven woman pops out. Let's go with brown. She's got twigs in her hair. She looks green and leafy. Keith, roll a nature check.
Nature check. Where are you? There you are. Shit.
Okay. Yeah, she's an elf, all right. But so she pops out. She takes one look at things, and she's going to attack the lizard man that you're right next to, the lizard folk. And let me figure out. Let's see. And all right, so she takes a good long look at him, and he kind of goes stiff, and like kind of wriggles a little bit, like kind of Darth Vader force choke, but it's like a little bit more sensual. Like he might have enjoyed it.
What?
And then he is going to turn and take a swing at you, Keith.
Atlantis porn.
No, he's being possessed.
Okay, and you hear Irtos in the background being like, "Stop her! I can't do anything while I'm casting this ritual."
What is she?
She's a dryad, you ninny.
Oh, I figured that she was like plant-like and everything, and probably a dryad.
Keith, you remember what a dryad is? They're sexy elf chicks that come out of trees. You don't know anything else about them.
You make me want to get dirty?
So all of the
How
lizard
did she do
men.
the spell again? Did she actually touch him, or did she just like?
No,
look
she
at
just
him?
looked at him.
That's not good.
I knew I should have chosen Sylvan as one of my languages. I probably could have talked with her.
Yeah, well, we're all full of regrets.
Anyway, so she's screeching at you, and can I see what her HP is? Okay, cool. I can. So, well, there she is. So, the Wanderbot icons facing left are enemies. The ones facing right are allies. Everybody roll for initiative.
Okay.
Damn it.
I need a better notepad or something a little bit more disposable. Oh, I've got Google Docs.
I mean, I have a number of other notepads, but I think they're in the other room.
Okay, so I want to do...
I want to trust the built-in initiative roller, but I can't tell what it's rolling. and it scares me.
I'm wondering that too.
When you
I've been
highlight
pressing
it,
it
I'm
and
like,
I've been
what do those
getting
mean?
low
It's
rolls.
Really weird, and I get
Like, can I
trapped
roll
by
it?
every time.
Like, I could have gotten a higher roll, I suppose, but they're all sort of mid-grade. My initial one was 9, though. I was just trying it.
Do you have to roll?
let's
Do you have to
see.
roll again to break ties?
Yeah.
Because we
Though
Shell and I
usually,
are both 9.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay, well, my second roll was, what, a 12?
Well, why do you have multiple rolls for initiative? Why are you rolling so many?
Because I
She was
wanted
spamming
to
see
test it.
the
Okay.
range.
Well, your
Yeah.
first one is a 9.
My
let's see.
second, but my
We
second
were
one
both
was a
9,
12.
so
But
that's
I'm
why I was talking
doing,
about re-rolling.
I was
Okay.
doing a 10
Oh,
now.
so in
I
that
was
case,
using one.
it goes Keith and then Shell.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh wait, it's also based on like your initiative modifier, huh?
Yeah, you have to add your dexterity to that. So
No, I mean like if
rolled-
you tie, doesn't the person with the
2-9.
highest modifier go first?
Oh, maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm
I have-
fine with
I have a
tiebreakers
plus
or
2.
otherwise.
I don't know what yours
Damn
is.
it! So it's the
This
same
plus
anyway.
2.
We have the same modifier, so it doesn't help.
Actually, why does it say on my sheet that it's a plus 4, though? Is it because I'm a bard?
For what, initiative?
No, for Dex.
I don't know. It shouldn't be. You probably just did your modifier wrong.
Mod, save. No, you told me to input them this way.
For Dex, that's because you had your proficiency bonus, because you have Dex as a class base saved, probably. I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Okay, so you guys go first. Everybody goes first, in fact. Bird, what'd you get?
I got 15.
Okay, so you go first.
And he's closest.
All right. I go up to Dryad, and I say, "Hey, baby, you sure are looking fine."
She screams at you. It doesn't. I mean, it hurts your ears a bit.
I try. I also hit with Morningstar, weirdly enough.
You miss.
Fuck.
No,
Ouch.
Bird, no fuck.
I'll see you in 10 seconds.
We don't need more Atlantis porn.
Let's see.
I'm concerned that Bird's first response to Dryad was,
So
"I
that
fuck."
was that. Okay, so the other lizard folk can move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's 1. Yeah. Okay, so everybody's going to get in and start poking. And so they're going to miss.
Who are they attacking?
Oh, and then the last one is mind controlled. They're all poking at the
Dryad.
Dryad.
Because they don't want to hurt their friend yet.
Yeah, they're trying hard not to hit their friend.
They're not in range, are they?
They have spears. They're like you.
Yeah, but which one? Did the guy on the right go for it?
Yeah, this guy. Oops. There we go. That guy hit, and the other one's just. He tried. He can kind of poke it. And the other guy's just there.
We're just
Okay.
like
Anyway,
leaning around Bird and poking for it.
it's not great. Okay, so then it is Keith and then Shell.
I'm going to move slightly in a pose that doesn't make that's not completely nuts. Oh, actually, I can't
Okay.
do that because of attack of opportunity shit. Oh well, I will attack.
Okay.
With my attack
with your
button.
pike. Okay, you hit her, and that's 7 damage. She looks unhappy, but she was already unhappy, so kind of net nothing. Shell, your turn. Oh shit! I forgot about Skitter. Well, never mind.
I suppose
So
you can go
did the
after me.
dice.
Well, yeah, Skitter does not initiative well.
Since we're such bad rollers, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on her so that we have advantage.
Okay. So you light her and the other lizard folk up.
Why the other lizard folk? Oh, you mean the one is affected.
the one that she has charmed? Yes. All right. So, is there a will save or is that just automatic?
It's just automatic.
Awesome. Okay, and then she is going to miss. She's going to miss you. She's going to miss you, Bird. Okay.
They use clubs. That's hilarious. They're really shitty, actually. Anyway, so as you guys are watching, another one
Oh no.
pops out from behind you and is going to. Okay, how many of there are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Don't tell me you're making more of them.
2. So, okay.
Brace for more of them.
And nope, never mind. So she looks at Skitter, and Skitter looks at Bird.
Did Skitter
And
just roll a nat 20?
nothing happens. Yeah, he just nat 20'd the
will
save. So he's good.
Oh
so she screams, and she's gonna walk over and take a whiffle at Keith. Hits for Keith. You take 5 damage.
No.
Okay.
Just fix that.
Then the other lizard man, the charmed lizard man, is going to crit
Oh shit.
No, no.
his friend,
Oh, okay. Fuck that guy.
and so
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
Fuck
Yeah,
that
so this
guy.
guy-
He not me.
Oh.
this guy's looking bad. Okay. There we go. Okay. So he's looking bad, but he ain't dead yet. Anyway, so it's top of the order, Bird. I think you were top. Yeah.
I look at
Yes.
the dryad and I say, "Hey, baby, if you were a flower, I would pick you."
She's gonna
And they
scream
too,
at you
I eat
again,
flowers.
and her screaming is starting to get on your nerves. You're not really sure if hitting on her is actually worth it anymore.
She's very screamy for a dryad.
Yeah, this would be a this potential relationship has domestic abuse written all over it.
Well, also, I mean, I assume that those are her vines, so they're literally being.
Oh
lit
shit!
on
Yeah,
fire.
I did skip Skitter. Actually, you know what? Skitter doesn't like being looked at. Skitter's gonna miss.
Skitter's gonna skitter.
Or no, Skitter doesn't miss. Okay, that's
Okay.
fine. I'll
Good.
resolve this later.
Okay, I hit.
Okay.
Maybe later.
Yep, maybe later. So that's... Okay, so the other lizard folk are gonna take swings at miss and miss. Okay, so they don't do anything. Oh wait, no, they have advantage. Miss and still miss. Okay, they're pitiful. Oh, I forgot about this guy over here. There's another one. So they're trying to free their brothers. So they're all surrounding and missing horribly. It's really sad, actually.
I'm surprised they didn't just try
Yeah.
to grapple him.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of them's missing a spear now, so that's not actually a bad idea. Okay, so Shell and Keith, and then Shell. Your turns. Oh, right, Bird, reroll your attack. I forgot you have advantage.
Yeah, he does have advantage because of my fairy fire.
You guys need to remember this for me, because this is a lot of things.
I totally missed it. We hit fairy fire.
All right.
I still miss.
Yeah, you still miss.
Oh. Oh.
All right. Well, Keith,
We're both rolling ones on damage.
That's bad. So you're hitting the...
Yeah.
Who are you hitting? You've got a dryad right next to you that just hit you in the butt.
Oh god, the second
the other
dryad,
dryad.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
she just had to come out of another vine.
I mean,
Maybe
I've
we
got
just...
to fight the one that's on me at this point.
Okay, so she takes the hit. She didn't look happy about it, but it wasn't too much.
I wish I had spells.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to poke her with my rapier. No.
Well-
Or wait, I still have advantage, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
And if you recall, this is your special rapier, so it actually crits. So roll
Oh, it did
roll
crit.
1d8 again.
Another die 8. Awesome. Please. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, so
That's the loudest shell has ever been.
There is
Sorry.
There is a giant. You have taken a giant chip out of her, and sap is leaking. It's bad. She does not look good.
I realized that I used my only 2 allotted spells for the day during my escape.
Okay. Let's see. So her turn. She's gonna take another club at Keith and misses.
Yeah.
Then it's the other ones who's gonna take a club at Bird and miss. Oh, right. I forgot. And okay, that's fine. So now it's Skitter's turn, and he gets advantage, which does hit. Sorry, there's so many numbers to keep track of right now.
Yep.
Let's see, 5, 7. Okay, so she's looking real bad. And then it's the lizard folks' turn. So oh wait, no, it's not. They took their turn.
Okay.
So in that case, oh right, it's your turn, Bird.
Okay, baby. Of all the pretty faces, I can't look past yours.
Oh no, sorry, wrong one. She screams at you, and you take 3 damage.
Did you just
I
call her face a
probably deserve
pasture?
it.
Okay, but yeah, it's your
I
action.
think that's racist.
Oh, yes. That made no
oh,
difference.
God.
No. You didn't put in your crit die. Roll another die 8.
Right.
Oh yeah, I just thought of that. How technically the second dryad wouldn't have had fairy fire on her because she hadn't popped up yet.
I mean, she was there. You guys just didn't see her.
Wait, so the other why
They're in the vines.
why aren't the vines lit then? We destroyed
They're not enemies. They're just vehicles.
They're vehicles.
Yes.
Ah.
Okay, so she takes 10 damage. She's looking bad. I'm just winging things. Okay, so now it's the lizardman platoon's turn. They're gonna stab. Okay, so they hit her twice. Let me find my die 8s. Fortunately, it takes repeat rolls here. That's annoying.
How do you know
Okay,
the
so
the
4
critical
damage.
roll for your weapon?
So the critical roll is just the damage die a second time unless it says something special. Anyway, so she takes 12. They're both looking bad. Okay. All right. So Keith and Shell, you guys had 9 initiative, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, for me, but then Keith rolled again and had 12.
Okay, so the next Dryad's gonna pop up,
And the side had 10, I think, after the
and
second
this is
roll.
her turn, and she's going to take a look
good.
at you, Keith.
Oh, good.
Oh, wait, no. Keith, roll a will save.
We're gonna be super dead. All right. It's over. Wait, Will?
Yeah.
Yeah, what would
So it's
will
wisdom.
be?
Sorry.
Wisdom.
Sorry, will's a 3.5 thing.
Yeah, I was like, I know where that was before in a different sheet.
Yeah, it's gone. It's yeah, you're fine.
Woohoo!
She looks real attractive to you, but not. No, you're not into tree people. You like trees, but you're not into tree people.
Hooray for primary stat.
All right. So now it's your turn, Keith.
My character's defining attribute is that they're very wise. Oh no.
Or actually, Bird. Yeah, you got your turn, and then it was the
Yes.
lizard folk. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at remembering.
There's
some of the
damage.
order. Okay.
Wait,
So
did-
you pike her. So she's gone.
Yeah.
She is donezo. She shrivels up. There's
What's
some
everyone
screeching
else's
involved,
excuse?
and then she just kind of crumbles into dirt
Well,
and
I
plant
can
matter.
take her out. I mean,
Okay.
I critted.
Shell, it's your turn.
Okay, well, is this another dryad that popped
Yes,
out?
there's a new dryad that popped out. She is looking hale and hearty and really pissed off that you just killed her companion.
Give it hugs.
All right. I from my safe distance, I will throw my dagger at her. Let's see. Weapon. Go.
And yeah, and you have advantage on this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you threw the dagger, so you threw it real far. You're not really sure if you're getting this one back.
Okay. It has never.
You hear a splash in the distance. That was probably an Olympic throw.
I don't need to anyway. It never did me any good.
That's true.
Skitter looks really impressed. Did you mean to do that?
No. No,
Oh. You should show me how to not do that in the future. All right. So you just killed the one. So Skitter's gonna move up, and he's gonna take a stab at the new one. Well, I'm gonna test something quick. Okay. Nope. Never mind. Okay. So he misses. I was wondering if there was like a lag time there because I've rolled a bunch of duplicates recently, but
Actually,
more
if you
than a-
roll too fast, you do get duplicates. So,
I'm not sure. Well, I don't know.
whatever.
He doesn't hit.
If more than a minute to last, fairy fire would dissipate. I think a minute is always way
It's
too
10.
short.
It's 10 rounds of
10
combat.
rounds is a minute. So
10 rounds.
Yeah, so we've only gone through like 3. You've still got a while.
What?
Okay, so the
That's
lizard,
insane.
the lizard folk, the mind-controlled lizard folk,
Oh yeah, D&D combat is designed to be like literally like second by second turns.
6 seconds.
6 seconds for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so the lizard folk, the mind-controlled one, is going to actually slay his comrade.
Oh.
And then round on the other one, and the dryad. Oops, wrong one. Dryad's gonna take a whiff it bird, but misses. Let's see. So bird, it's your turn again.
All right, I'm next.
Did you say his
to-
name was Petrie?
So I presumably know these people, but I don't actually know their names out of games. So I'm like land before time names.
That's
So
that's
who
great.
This?
That's the dryad.
I thought that we killed Dryad.
You killed one of the 3.
Oh, okay.
They keep coming
I'm
out
not
of the
going to
vines.
hit on her anymore because she don't like. And Greg can take
Hit on
hints.
her in the literal manner. And by, I mean like just actual hitting, please.
Hit in her.
All right, baby. I guess you're not game.
Well, he hit her. And let's see. She is looking real bad. There's not much left of her at this point, but she's still going. All right. Let's see. So that's that. The other one's gonna take a swing at Skitter and miss.
Yay.
Oh, yeah. And then oh right, it's the lizard folks' turn. And well, that's bad. Okay, that one hits. Okay,
They're
so
really unfortunate rolls.
this guy is gonna kill this one off, the dryad you've been fighting bird off. And this guy comes to, realizing his spear is still very much stabbed into his friend.
Aww.
Lizards can't feel
I guess that-
emotion.
Oh, this was yeah, whatever. Anyway, so yeah,
Still racist.
he is having a bad day.
So one of them critically missed.
Yeah, he's missing a pike now. Actually, 2 of them are missing pikes. They've been they have to, well, they retrieved them. It doesn't take that long. Anyway, Keith, it's your turn.
Don't rub
You
it
have
in.
you have a fresh dryad.
Let's make it not a fresh dryad. Yay! No.
No,
Well,
that
the
would have
wrong
been good.
number, the wrong number was
Well,
encouraging.
remember you have advantage.
Yep, you have a
Oh
second
yeah,
roll.
second roll. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
and Shell.
Okay.
Oops.
No other option. I must confront her face to face. So, rapier, go!
Get all bark.
Yeah!
No
Okay.
bite.
She takes the hit, and she goes down. Wow, that's damage.
Woohoo!
Yeah. For whatever reason, it wasn't like lighting up that he hit max damage there, which is weird. Oh well.
I'm just gonna check if this is the best way to do advantage. There it is.
Yep. All right.
Yes,
well,
you can roll
you already
through there.
attacked, Keith. So
Yeah, I was just
You
figuring
get
out the
nothing.
2D roll thing.
Okay. And Skitter's gonna take a swing at her and miss again. See, the lizard folk have gone. All right. Oh. Okay. So I think it's her turn. She's going to look at you, Shell. Mm-hmm. Roll will.
Roll will, come on, don't fade me now. It's the wisdom, right?
Yeah. Yep, you're fine.
Oh, thank goodness. I will defy you.
She looked cute, I guess.
Eh.
Okay, and now it's your turn, Bird. You got one dryad left.
I tire of this. I have no more pun. Except for punch.
Okay.
It's a joke, everyone left.
I'm the only one that responds to low effort.
I actually predicted it ahead of time, and I laughed. And then he said it, and I laughed again, but quiet. All right. So the angry lizard folk are going to take swings at her.
That's like seeing a trailer for a bird joke.
Okay, so for once, all of the lizard men actually managed to hit, which is kind of a miracle. And she takes quite a lot of damage.
It is enough to end the fight. Are more
No.
going to emerge?
She's
One of
looking
them-
bad.
Looks like one of them critically failed.
That was
Oh.
for damage.
But they had advantage. I have no idea. Okay, screw it. He missed. So she gets a 12. Okay. So then it's a bird. Keith, it's your turn.
Surprise! Oh,
Oh yeah, one did crit. Okay. Minus 2. Okay, there we go. So you did hit with that, and that's 6 damage. Okay, she's looking bad. And then Shell, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to stab with my rapier again. And if that's not good enough, I can roll
again.
Eh.
Nope. Okay. Then Skitter. Skitter can maybe hit today.
I like how
One,
Greg was
no,
hitting on
two,
Dryad.
no.
The Dryad was hitting on everyone but
Alright.
Greg.
So after missing horribly, Skitter's just gonna go over here.
Oh,
He hasn't hit anyone this entire combat.
really? I thought
He's just given up.
I thought he did hit someone.
Maybe in the very beginning, but I don't
Very
remember that
beginning.
well.
Yeah, he had.
Or
It's been
short,
like-
not kobold.
He's gonna go take a knee. He'll take a break.
I mean, he did defeat the Buccaneer
Okay.
Marshal.
So he did.
Admiral.
He had his moment in the limelight. Now his crushing lack of self-worth has come down upon him once again.
I didn't realize we were playing with me IRL.
Okay, so Bird, you get the
I-
will save this time.
Oh, yay!
Wisdom.
What if I fail?
Wisdom save. Yeah, you're fine. You
I
do
really thought he
feel
was going to be the one person.
you do feel the renewed vigor to hit on her again, though.
Oh no.
All right, and it is. Oh yeah, she's gonna take a swing at Keith, or not Keith, Shell.
Yeah.
And her club's gone.
Woohoo!
Welp. Bird, it's your turn.
There's so many critical misses today.
This has just been kind of pathetic.
Hey, baby, would you like to take a whack at my dogwood? I mean, bear. Fuck it.
Well, you obliterate her. She's dead. She crumbles into a pile of dirt and plant matter, like her two companions, and slowly but surely the vines recede.
The joke that was so bad that she Ark of the Covenanted.
Okay, there. I can get rid of these, maybe. Why can't I get rid of them? This is annoying.
Is there an eraser?
No,
Bye, Keith.
I need that.
Keith gets snatched from the ether. Okay,
For
Oh,
Halo
seriously.
fans, the term is killed by the Guardians.
Oh,
Okay.
This is too funny.
Okay, anyway, so they all recede, and as they do,
destroy the one dryad.
the ritual finishes, and the vine wall slowly burns away, leaving you guys tired, somewhat surprisingly not wounded, despite the fact that was a high challenge rating encounter. The Dryads are shitty. You guys missed all of your attacks for the most part, but man, did everybody save on the will saves. All right. So the vines burn away. I can't delete them. I can delete them from the image, but that would take a while. So let's just pretend they're not there. There we go.
You can delete the remaining.
Anyway,
part.
so Yotos looks at you and is like, "Well, thanks for your assistance. Probably couldn't have done that without you. I mean, I could have." But he looks over at his men and he's like, "Drez, you got any recommendations for replacements?" All right, so the infinite void has appeared in the place of the tentacles.
What is going on?
Or not tentacles, the vine,
Listen,
the vines.
Matching tone is hard. How do you do art, Wander? Teach me.
Not in this program. Jesus, that's like
Not the right color either. I'm trying to match the floor color.
Is there an eyedropper? Oh, that'd be nice. I could give you the hex code if we waited a little bit.
So I ask, there was a kind of sentient force at work.
Yes, no one could have put this up. Well, nothing like this would happen naturally. Somebody is definitely behind this.
He's looking at the vine wall, and like he's kind of tossing the crystal. I don't know who put the square, but he's tossing the crystal up and down in one clawed hand, kind of dismissively. It's still on fire. He seems to have repurposed it at this point. And he's just looking at it pensively. After a bit of waiting, he's like, "Well, I assume you no longer need my assistance."
No.
And he looks at his. Oh, you had something to say, Bird?
No, I said no.
Oh, okay. I heard help, and I was like, "What?" Oh, I should probably get rid of the last dryad.
I am being robbed. But I do not wish to break character.
So,
Please call 911.
he is going to. He's actually going to pull out a sack, and he's going to start passing out rations to you guys. And he's like,
Here, it's the least I could do for taking your crystal and forcing you to fight in my stead.
How much
so you
is
guys-
crystal worth?
Well, considering currency seems to be pretty meaningless here. Nothing.
I like your loose improvisatory tone. Sorry. Sorry, you're at the end of the session. I'm getting a little bit punchy. I'll try to rein it in for the last couple of minutes here.
I mean, I could take it then that means it's worth more elsewhere. I'm thinking this to myself, by the way, but it's like...
Okay, good call. Best not to say that part out loud.
No.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Jump him?
No.
All right, let's.
He was on
let's,
fire a
Let's dial
second
that
ago.
back. Let's dial that back. I wouldn't say that. That was just me having a larf. Okay.
noticing your gaze on the crystal. He's like, "And anyway, you wouldn't have much of a use for it."
No, I guess not.
So,
Have you seen Golar?
Gorlar,
I saw him on the other side of the chasm before the waters swept my pack and I away. If
Do you
I
think
were...
that we could find him by going through it?
Oh, most definitely. I mean,
Then
he
we
might not be
feel
on the other
jealous.
side, but he would at least have to be somewhere in the city. That brute wouldn't leave a unrated treasure like this city untouched, and he definitely wouldn't let me get to it first, much less you or the Tabaxi or any other persons around this city. Stay clear of him, though.
Why?
He's pretty strong.
I'm pretty strong.
Yeah, I've seen that. He's, as you are now, he'd rip you in two.
Ooh.
And then four. I think he'd just keep ripping. There'd be a lot of ripping.
Fractal
Then he'd probably
ripping.
give you to flesh. He'd probably give you to flesh render. If you see flesh render, tell him I said hi.
Flesh render.
and with that, he is going to take his entourage with him. He doesn't seem interested in taking you along, Keith.
Wait, where is he going?
They're going back
Wait.
to that hole. They're
I
gonna.
was
They're
gonna
gonna
say,
go.
like, there's nothing there, is there?
Yeah.
They're gonna go take a break there. It's kind of a safe zone for them.
Aren't we trapped?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No, I mean, like, because we all
wings.
fell in. I mean, like we can't go south or anything, right? Because it's all dead end.
No, you can't go south.
Yeah.
He's just going into the hole where you guys found him initially. That's their like base of operations. It's kind of swampy down there.
Well,
You felt right at home.
there's that one building to the south.
So there are 2 buildings you haven't been into.
But
Because
we
we can-
also need to wrap up for tonight because it is time.
Okay, well, should we just have our characters rest as well
After a
and
fight like
reconvene?
that, the sane move is just stop.
Yeah.
Yes, we should take a rest. We have a ration.
That we do.
Okay, so you guys take a short rest. I'm just gonna let you guys go up to full. They're good rations. It's good food.
I got 12 hits today.
Yep. So you're going to be full health for next time, and you got all your spells back. You've got 2 places you haven't been to here, or you could go brave new wilds, and you all level up.
Woohoo! So that means we get to choose stuff for next time.
Yes.
Okay, so that's it for session 2, and I've already actually got everything planned out for the next at least couple of zones, which is going to be kind of fun. So I just like to reiterate what I said at the very beginning of the episode for those of you that have stuck through and possibly forgot. We have a new subreddit, a Discord, and there is audio versions of this on SoundCloud. So again, if you guys want to listen to this and not have to watch it, so during your commute or while you're at work and stuff like that, you're free to go to I think it's the 4 Nerds SoundCloud. Anyway, I got a link in the description below for that, and of course, like I said, the Discord and the subreddit, because I'd like to actually build a community around this, and I'd like everybody to enjoy it just as much as we have been. And like I said, I am looking for suggestions for items and such. Nothing overpowered. I've got a couple of Vorpal dagger god killer swords in there already, and I don't think we're going to be using those. But if you got some fun and interesting things to throw at us, feel free to do so, because I love fun and interesting, and I'm fairly certain the party will be able to figure out some pretty cool tricks and possibly incredibly cheaty things with whatever you guys cook up. And of course, the last offer is, if you guys are signal boosting this D&D campaign somewhere on the internet, let me know, and throw a name out there, and I'll feature you in some way, shape, or form as part of the campaign. So I guess with that, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah, of course, the very obvious thing. If you guys want to watch this live, we are going to be streaming this Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/Wanderbot. And so, I don't know. It's fun to watch it live. And I do take occasional suggestions from there too. So with that, like I was saying, thanks for watching. See you next time.